Good evening, everyone. Atlantic Broadband Cable, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, presents the South Union Township Sports Network. Tonight, via tape delay here from Mustang Field, the Mustangs of Laurel Highlands will host the Trinity Highlanders. Hello, everyone. This is Gary Frankhauser along with Rick Frank. It's senior night here at the stadium, and we welcome you aboard for tonight's football action. The South Union Township Sports Network coverage is brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and CUTV with Gary Smith. Once again, Gary Frankhauser, Rick Frank alongside Jared Dupay on the camera. We'll be right back with your starting lineups for both teams here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
The key to success in life is teamwork. On and off the field, in the workplace, in the home, in our schools. Teamwork gets it done. The world of competitive sports offers many good things, the most important of which is teamwork. Individual talent may win a few games, but teamwork wins championships. Go team! Go Laurel Highlands Mustangs! This positive message has been brought to you and paid for by Jason Scott.
Welcome back here to Mustang Field. Here's Rick Frank with your starters for the visiting Trinity Highlanders.
Thanks, Gary. For the Hillers offense, we have number 30, Jax Banco. Running backs, Marquise Lax, number 6. He's a 5'9", 135-pound senior. The fullback is Drew Kane, number 34, a 5'9", 170-pound sophomore. The receivers, Marquise Lax, number 6, 5'9", 135. Number 19, Anthony Phillips, 5'6", 120 pounds. He's a junior. The tight end is number 88, Regis Sang. Across the line, left guard, number 66, Gage Martin, 6'4", 240-pound senior. Left guard, Avery Kern, 6'2", 215-pound senior. The center, Mason Clemens, number 52, a 6'1", 260-pound senior. The right guard, number 54, Tyson Brophy, 6'1", 240-pound junior. And the right tackle is Ethan Turtis, number 75, a 6'3", 245-pound junior. And that's the offense for the Trinity Hillers.
Thanks, Rick. I apologize. I think I said Highlanders. I knew it was the Hillers. Just slip of the tongue there. So it is the visiting Trinity Hillers coming to Mustang Field. We'll be right back with the starters for your Mustangs here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Welcome back to Mustang Field. It is senior night, and you may see a lot of seniors in the starting lineup, but here's the starters that we've become used to throughout the season. At quarterback, number 2, Tyler Christopher. He's a senior. At running back, Riley Bosley, number 20, 5'9", senior, 195 pounds. Robbie Slater, a senior at slot back. He's a senior. Rodney Gallagher, number 3, is also a slot back. He's just a freshman. We'll see Daniel Izzy come in for some action here tonight. He's wearing his number 1. He's a wide receiver, a senior. Keandre Cook, a senior, number 8, also a wide receiver. Tight end number 5, Jacob Popson. He's a senior. Left tackle number 66, Joey Conley. Left guard, James Price, both seniors. Center, Gary Gardner, a senior, number 76. Right guard, number 50, Anthony Stepich, also a senior. And the junior, number 51, Tanner Slavic at right tackle. There's our starters. You're going to see a lot of substitutions for the Mustangs at the skill position as well as across that front line. And we're going to be back with more pregame activities here from Mustang Field. You're listening to and watching the South Union Township Sports Network.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Every person who's been injured, when they come in, has an expectation that their case is important, and it is to us. We take these cases very seriously.
So that experience that we have is unique also because we have experience in these communities, in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg, in these court systems.
You don't have to go to Pittsburgh to be represented by attorneys who don't know their way around your community.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Welcome back to Mustang Field. Back here on the South Union Township Sports Network, Gary Frankhauser along with Rick Frank. And we are watching pregame activities, both teams on the field warming up. It is senior night here at Laurel Highlands, and we're going to have all those senior activities for the football team when we come right back here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, we'd like to direct your attention to midfield, where this evening we will honor those Mustang football players, cheerleaders, and band members who are making their final regular season appearance here at Mustang Field. And to do the honors, the voice of the Mustangs, Mr. Barry Rosner.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would now direct your attention to the 50-yard line as we will meet our seniors. First of all, for our football players, number 20, Riley Bosley. Riley's being escorted by his parents, AJ and Tanya Bosley, and his brother, Hunter Bosley. Riley is a 4-year member of the Mustang football team. He will miss being a part of the team the most about his time here at Laurel Highlands. Riley's future plans is to attend college and continue his football career. Ladies and gentlemen, Riley Bosley. Our next senior is number 6, Miguel Brumfield. Miguel's being escorted by his mother, Melissa Brumfield, team trainer Bill Logue, and former Mustang head coach Jake and Zach Just. Also former assistant coaches John Robinson and Chris Edenfield. He is a 4-year member of the Mustang football team. Miguel is also a member of the Mustang track and field team. He will miss the most about having the principals call home most about all the time as a Mustang. Miguel's future plans include attending college, playing football, and becoming a state trooper. Ladies and gentlemen, Miguel Brumfield. Our next senior is Tyler Christopher, number 2. Tyler's being escorted by his parents, Chuck and Kathy Christopher, and his siblings, Cody and Ava Christopher. Tyler is a 4-year member of the Mustang football team. He will miss the most stepping on the field with his brothers, who are the football players, most of the time as a Mustang. Tyler's future plan is to attend college and continue his football career. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Christopher. Our next senior, number 66, Joey Conley. Joey's being escorted by his parents, Lori and Sean Conley. He is a 4-year member of the Mustang football team. Joey enjoys lifting, fishing, and spending time with his parents. He will and with all his people. He will miss being with his brothers the most about his time here at Laurel Highlands. He plans to attend college in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, Joey Conley. Our next senior is Keandre Cook, number 8. Keandre is being escorted by his mother, Robin Jenkins. This is Keandre's first year as a member of a Mustang football team. He's also a member of the Laurel Highlands varsity basketball team, and he will miss the brotherhood that he has built with his teammates most about being a Mustang. Keandre's future plans is to attend college and play basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, Keandre Cook. Our next senior is number 73, Dante Dews. He's been escorted by his parents, Jody Smith and Fred Dews. He's a first-year member also of the Mustang football team. Dante is also a member of the Laurel Highlands varsity baseball team and enjoys lifting. He will miss most about being around his friends at the game, and he loves most about being a Mustang. Dante's future plans include attending a trade school and working for West Penn Power. Ladies and gentlemen, Dante Dews. Our next senior is number 76, Gary Gardner. Gary's being escorted by his parents, Beth and Gary Gardner. Gary is a 4-year member of the Laurel Highlands Mustang team. He will miss playing football with his brothers the most about being a Mustang. Gary's future plans are to attend college. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Gardner. Our next senior is number 65, Aaron Huey. Aaron is being escorted by his mother, Patricia Smith, and his grandparents, Dennis and Tia Kropp, and his nephew, Raceland Smith. He's a 4-year member of the Mustang football team. Aaron will miss doing punishments every day with his brothers the most about being a Mustang. His future plans are to attend California University, Pennsylvania, and major in physical therapy. Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Huey. Our next senior is number 1, Daniel Izzy. Daniel's being escorted by his parents, Dan and Michelle Izzy. Daniel is a 4-year member of the Mustang football team. He will miss most about being a Mustang with his friends and teammates every day. His future plans are to attend college and major in engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Izzy. Our next senior is Gerald Michaud, number 4. He's being escorted by his parents, Jamie Michaud and Gerald Michaud Sr. He is a 2-year member of the Mustang football team. Gerald missed the Friday nights with his teammates the most about being a Mustang at Laurel Highlands. His future plans are to attend college, where he hopes to continue a football career. Ladies and gentlemen, Gerald Michaud. Our next senior is number 5, Jacob Popson. Jacob's being escorted by his parents, Joseph and Shannon Popson, his sister Kara Popson, and his brother Brady Mahoney. He is a 4-year member of the Mustang football team. He will miss practicing every day with his brothers the most about being a Mustang. Jacob's future plans are to attend college and major in business. Ladies and gentlemen, Jacob Popson. Our next senior is number 1, James Price. James is being escorted by his parents, James and Chris Price. He is a 4-year member of the Mustang football team. JW is also a member of the Mustang track and field team, and he enjoys lifting. He will miss the bond that he shares with his fellow teammates the most about being a Mustang. His future plans are to become a welder. Ladies and gentlemen, James Price. Our next senior is number 23, Ronnie Romesberg. Ronnie's being escorted by his mother, Jennifer Fayberry. Ronnie is a 4-year member of the Mustang football team. He will miss spending time with his friends the most about his time as a Mustang. His future plans is to attend Penn State main campus and major in architecture. Ladies and gentlemen, Ronnie Romesberg. Our next senior is Hunter Seiske, number 57. Hunter's being escorted by his parents, Kevin Seiske and Kim Sibbett. He's a 2-year member of the Mustang football team. He is also a member of the Laurel Highlands Mustang track team. Hunter will miss Coach Colasar's excessive whistleblowing and the memories he's made on the team the most about being a Mustang. His future plans are to attend Penn State University and study engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, Hunter Seiske. Our next senior is number 25, Robbie Slater. Robbie's being escorted by his parents, Rob and Susan Slater. He is a 4-year member of the Mustang football team. Robbie is also a member of the Mustang track team. He will miss playing football the most about being a Mustang at Laurel Highlands. His future plans are to attend college and continue his sports career and major in engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, Robbie Slater. Our final senior football player is Anthony Stepich, number 50. Anthony's been escorted by his aunt and uncle, Jamie and Bo McCahill. Anthony is a 3-year member of the Mustang football team. He will miss his team and friends the most and making them laugh about being a Mustang. His future plans is to attend college and become a policeman. And ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Stepich.
Creditors calling you day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zebley, Mahalev & White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebley, Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. Your hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebley, Mahalev & White.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? I'm proud to introduce the television voice of the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, Mr. Gary Frankhauser.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I ask you to direct your attention to the breast box for a very special announcement. On behalf of the Laurel Highlands Board of Education and the administration, I have been entrusted to make a very special proclamation. Now therefore, by virtue of the resolution of the Laurel Highlands Board of Education on October 22nd, 2019, and in appreciation of the tireless and enduring efforts of this dedicated individual who has exemplified the spirit of the Laurel Highlands Mustangs for in excess of 41 years, supporting all sporting events and other extracurricular activities, and displaying his never-ending love and support for the students of Laurel Highlands. Be it ordained that from this day forward, the press box here at Mustang Field shall be known as the Barry Rosner Press Box, as a token of gratitude to his long-standing connection to the Laurel Highlands family. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to recognize this dedication of the Barry Rosner Press Box. We're back and ready for football action. The captain's meeting at the midfield for the coin toss. Trinity has won the toss and elected to receive. Mustangs will be kicking off to start things off. Rick?
Captains for Trinity, Gage Martin. Number 66, Austin Beals. Marquise Lax. Avery Kern. And injured is Talon Kane. For the Mustangs, captains are Cody Christopher, James Price, and Anthony Stepich. The Mustangs will be going left to right on your TV screen. Gary, it's a beautiful night for football. It's about 55 degrees, no wind, dry track. So it should be a great game tonight. Very competitive.
Looking forward to it, Rick. Should be fun tonight. Kicking off for the Mustangs, junior Zach Layton has a little connection. Rick found out at the concession stand earlier tonight. He has an aunt that is a Trinity fan.
Her kids go to Trinity, and that is Zach Layton's aunt. You learn a lot of things at the concession stand, Gary.
Yeah, it looks like the lights went off over there. No power.
Kickoff return
the breaker
is
has gone off on the scoreboard along with the
number 24,
and the field house.
Micah Finley, and number 6, Marquise Lax.
Click the breaker. Maybe come back on here.
A little technical difficulties to start things off here as the power went off on the press box. I'm sorry, the scoreboard, the field house, and the concession stand.
Glad I got my Halushki in early.
You know, when I started this a long time ago, I just did it for fun, and I'm still doing it for fun for the kids. I'm always here for the kids. Thank you, everybody, for this. A very
little thank you from Barry Rosner for the dedication and the recognition.
Very serious surgery and treatment starting this Monday. Hopefully, I can be around for another 41 more years. So we'll see you after this week. Thank you again.
Still waiting on the electric come back on. The officials now, I can feel the frustration up here, Rick. The referee with his hands on his hips after all the senior night festivities, waiting for that. And band activities were ready to go, and no electric.
Well, we got the play clocks.
Yeah, we do have that.
Work. At least one, both of them.
They might have to do this on the field. I'm going to start things with timekeeping on the field if they can't get this on very soon.
Well, I'm sure the engineers are scrambling. This is something, as an engineer, you just want to enjoy the game. You don't want to have a disaster like this.
Absolutely. The maintenance staff here at Laurel Highlands does a fantastic job, but
sometimes
don't want to have to deal with this.
Is that like the lights going out at the Super Bowl?
That's right. That happened last year. So we're going to Still hang in there, and while we're doing that, we'll take a quick break and be right back here on the South Union Township Network with electric, we hope.
Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths. Signs include abdominal pain and rectal bleeding. Colon cancer develops from a degenerating benign growth or polyp. Doctors performing colonoscopy are able to remove precancerous polyps, thus preventing colon cancer. This saves lives, and the American Cancer Society now recommends that everyone have a colonoscopy every 10 years, beginning at age 50. Offer the latest diagnostic testing. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Set to kick off for Laurel.
We just got word from.
We're back, and we're going to start without the scoreboard. They're going to just keep time on the field. The officials going back to their early days of no scoreboards, and we're going to kick it off here for the Mustangs and the Hillers. Ready for high school football action. Layton with the run-up. And the kick launches it deep, all the way over the head of the deep receiver into the end zone for the automatic touchback.
Layton's kick is a touchback.
Layton launches one deep, non-returnable, puts it in play, 1st and 10 for the Hillers at the 20-yard line.
20-yard line.
The Mustang defense will be tested first.
Well, the Hillers haven't generated a whole lot of offense, but they didn't give up as much on defense either. So we'll see what they come out with. Their leading scorer is number 6, Marquise Lax, with 5 touchdowns.
Jax Banco in the quarterback. He's a stout guy. They switch sides, double tight end formation with wide receivers split out to the right side. High backfield for the Hillers. It's going to be off tackle, cuts it back and into the open field already for the Hillers. He could go. 80-yard opportunity being run down from behind. It looks like he's going to be tackled at about the 10-yard line. Tracked down there by Rodney Gallagher, but a 70-yard run on the opening play by the Hillers. And that was, what's the number there, Rick?
By Finley.
I think number 24 on the run. That was
Micah Finley.
Yeah, Micah Finley.
What a way to get started.
70 yards on the opening carry, just went right off left tackle. No one in the hole for the Mustangs, and that'll wake them up. The Trinity threatening early. Same play, this time off the left side. He's going to get inside the 5 all the way down to the 3, so another nice gain on 1st and goal. Gets it down to the 3-yard line, a 7-yard gain that time. Finley again.
Kane on the carry.
Second and goal now inside the 5-yard line at the 3. 2 plays in, and Trinity showing some power off left tackle. See if the Mustangs can keep him out of the end zone. 2nd and goal. And that's a pitch out to the right. Nobody out there for the Mustangs, though, but they do pursue nicely, and nowhere to go that time for Finley. In there on the tackle, looked like number 28 for the Mustangs. Burchek with a nice tackle, also number 51 for the Mustangs.
I think he lost a yard on that.
That's Slavic.
Finley on the carry, Rondell Burchek.
So 3rd down and goal from the 4-yard line now. Ball sitting on the right hash mark, wide field to the left. Twin receivers out to the right, and they draw, and that looks like the
right guard, I think, number 52 jumped.
Looked like Trinity jumped first. Let's see who the call's on.
Or the receiver, number 6.
A bunch of them moved, so drew the Mustangs off. That's going to push back Trinity 5 yards, so break for the Mustangs there. Still going to be goal to go, and now at the 9-yard line.
Illegal procedure. The call against Trinity. 5-yard penalty. The ball spotted now on the the Laurel Highlands 9-yard line.
Trinity uses a different kicker, Gary. They have a sophomore, I think, for their extra point guy.
Up the middle now with the fullback, and he's going to drive near the end zone, and he's in. Wow.
Wow, that was a
quick
push.
hitter, right? The fullback, Drew Kane, right off right guard, and just pushes his way in for a Trinity touchdown from 9 yards out at 10:05 to go here in the first. Didn't take much time. Trinity on top, 6-0. 70-yard run by Finley. Went backwards on a penalty, but Drew Kane will get credit for the touchdown. On for the extra point. It's number 17.
Chris Cregget.
It's up, line drive, and good. Got it through.
The kick is good.
7-0 Trinity, 10:05 to go here in the first. We'll be right back with the kick here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Laurel Highlands, nothing. Mr. Sherbondi, please be.
Here we go, Mustangs a little shell-shocked after that, Rick. They just came out and weren't quite ready on defense, and Micah Finley 70 yards on the first play, and Trinity able to push it in even after being pushed back 5 yards on a penalty. A 9-yard run by Drew Kane puts Trinity on top, 7-0.
Well, there was only one player for Laurel Highlands that was going to be able to catch Finley, and that was Rodney Gallagher.
He did, but it still resulted in the touchdown. Now a short kick at the 30-yard line. Need to hold on to that ball, and it's out past the 40-yard line. A return there. Who was on that return? It's number 23 for the Mustangs on the return. That's Ronnie Romsberg. So the Mustangs will start with decent field position at the 40. Short kick, 10-yard return from the 30 to the 40. So the Mustangs will take over 1st and 10 on their first offensive possession.
Romsberg on the return.
Trailing 7-0.
Ball is spotted at the Laurel Highlands 40-yard line.
Well, as I said in the opening on WMBS, Gary, it'll be interesting to see which Laurel Highlands team we get, the run-heavy or the pass-heavy team.
They're going to fake it to Gallagher, and this is going to be Christopher up the middle, and he's going to drive ahead for a good 5-yard carry on first down. Faked it to Gallagher on the jet sweep, and then also faked to Bosley.
Correction, 5 on the play.
Gain of 5.
In warm-ups, I saw them work on that play a lot.
2nd down and 5.
That Christopher keeper.
Second down and 5. Christopher hands it to Bosley. Has room now. Tries to get it upfield and just kind of did not get himself moving completely. Gets 3. He's going to bring up 3rd down and 2. Just kind of had an opportunity to cut it out to the right, chose to go left, and ran into some resistance there by the Trinity defense.
Well, James Price was trying to block. No, Anthony Stepich was trying to block 2 people, and Bosley did a nice job of using his blocker to get that yardage.
Now we got an offside on Trinity, so give Christopher credit on the hard count. Gets the first down by way of penalty, so that's going to move it into Trinity territory at the 47-yard line.
Give Laurel Highlands credit for being disciplined.
Trinity 47-yard line. That's good enough for Laurel Highlands. First down.
So that will move the sticks. First down for the Mustangs. Now it's going to be Christopher again as he fakes twice, takes it up the middle. He's going to be pushed back for a very short gain this time of about 1 yard. So the interior line of the Trinity Hillers looks like number 55.
Led by Avery Kern.
Avery Kern in there to have the initial hit, but that's going to be a short gain of 1 yard for the Mustangs.
On the play, 2nd down and 9.
For the Mustangs to go to the air here, Rick.
Mustangs in possession on the Trinity 46-yard line.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the near side. Christopher getting the call. He's going to change the play at the line.
12 seconds left on the play clock.
Bosley moves up to right sidecar, and he's going to hand it to Bosley. He's going to go ahead for about a 4-yard gain to the 42-yard line. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 5. Flag on the play. That'll stop the clock with 8:02 to go here in the first.
We have a scoreboard, Gary.
Yes, we do.
And concessions.
They're talking it over. 4 zebras to figure this one out, Rick.
No indication, not any indication on who it's on?
Not yet. Welcome in WMBS. 8:02 to go here in the first. Trinity Hillers striking quickly. A first play from scrimmage from their own 20-yard line. 70-yard run down to the 10-yard line by number 24, Micah Finley. 3 plays later, easy for me to say, Drew Kane took it in for the Trinity touchdown. Extra point by Craig. It was good. So Trinity leads 7-0. Mustangs with their first possession now moving into Trinity territory at the 32-yard line, 1st and 10.
Ball now spotted at the
back to you, Brian.
32-yard line, 1st down.
So the penalty against Trinity moves it down to the 32-yard line and gives the Mustangs another 1st down, Rick. 2 first downs by penalty. We'll take it.
4 plays. And they've covered 30 yards, 40 yards.
Christopher again, there's nowhere to go as submarining in there and really causing trouble for the Mustangs up the middle. Getting up off the bottom of that pile looked like number 25. Number 25, that was Ty Banco.
Boy, he blew that play up.
Sure did.
2nd down, 10.
No gain.
2nd and 10. He's just submarined to center, and there's really nowhere for Christopher to go. Just a pile of humanity. Hard to get around. Back goes Christopher. Pass out here in the flat and dropped. Tried to hit number 8, Keandre Cook, in and out of his hands at the 30-yard line. It was a short pass, and Cook would have had to do some things with it after he caught it, but unable to pull it in, brings up 3rd and 10.
I don't think he would have gotten much yards after that. There was 2 defenders there on him. He tried to spin, but he didn't matter anyway.
Christopher back again. He's under pressure now. He's going to run out to the right. There's a pass. That's going to be picked off. Stepping in front of that pass for the Hillers.
Number 34, Drew Kane.
Number 34, Drew Kane. So Kane very instrumental both on offense and defense for the Hillers. That was intended for Rodney Gallagher, but under pressure, Christopher rolling to his left just did not get it out far enough where Gallagher had the only opportunity for it. So turnover back to Trinity, gives them the ball back with the lead, 7-0 at the 37-yard line.
Well, it's one thing you don't want to do is give the other team momentum.
Interesting lineup for the Hillers is now they will move up in a traditional lineup. Tough for the Mustangs to identify this situation. Now to pass out in the flat and a big hit, but pushing ahead for a nice gain. Hit made there by, I think that was Slater. On the catch was number 3. I think that's 34, I'm sorry. That's Kane. So he's out there from fullback. Now he's out there as a flanker. Picks up 5.
I think that was Rodney Gallagher who gave up 25 pounds. So Kane
I think Gallagher's on this side, Rick. I think that
you're
was.
Right.
I think it might be Slater or Romesburg. A good hit, but not before a 5-yard pickup on 1st down, which is a win every time. Now, going from the shotgun, Banco will step back, and it's a reverse. Pursued by the Mustangs. They do have him back there now, but he breaks away.
There's
all
flag
kind
on
of
the play.
flags, but the Mustangs do finally get him down at about the 41-yard line, but flags flying in from the defensive backfield. Had a chance to catch him for a huge loss on the play running there was Anthony Phillips, but the Mustangs couldn't get him down.
On the carry.
Let's see what the flag is.
Brought down by Brumfield.
Well,
flags on the play.
Got back
Jackson,
almost to the line of scrimmage, loss of 2 on the carry.
Banco committed the penalty there, which sprung, that's why he couldn't grab a hold of the running back.
They're going to move him back 10 yards from the point of the foul, which is going to be a huge penalty. That's going to move it all the way back to the 22-yard line.
There are 2 fouls on the play.
So what was a 2nd and 5 now turns into a 2nd
against Trinity. The first one is
and
refused.
25.
The second one is accepted. Ball now spotted at the Trinity 22-yard line. 2nd down and a lot.
25.
Handoff up the middle, and they are going to, again, get a huge gain. This is Kane, and he's dicing through the Mustang defense. He's out past the 50, has the first down in the Mustang territory at the 47-yard line. He just breaks that first point of attack, and there's no one there for the Mustang defense, Rick.
Well, it looks like the Mustangs are taking a bad angles in some cases and arm tackling with the others.
Not by Cook.
33-yard gain, or 35-yard gain.
Now spotted on the Trinity 43-yard line, or rather, correction, the Laurel Highlands 43-yard line. Trinity
between Kane and Finley, they're the whole offense.
They already have over 100 yards rushing for Trinity, so not a good sign for the Mustang defense. Now off left side, there's room this time again, running him down from behind and making the tackle there was Slater, I believe it was. But
Finley on the carry.
Nice gain on first down again.
By Aaron Huey.
That was Huey on the tackle. 2nd and 5. Rick, we had to correct something from last week on a call that we made on a fumble by Christopher into the end zone. We had Keandre Cook recovering for the touchdown when, in fact, it was Robbie Slater.
Well, there was a pile of people in there, and we didn't really see who actually had the ball. But
2nd and 5.
Good job, Robbie.
Mustangs looking for a blitz, and they do. And that's going to be another short gain this time for Finley. Mustangs a little better defense that time. Once again, led by number
Finley
61.
Stopped by a host of Mustangs.
That's James Price.
Pickup of 2.
3rd down and 3.
Gain of 2 on the play. 3rd down and 3.
Finley has 84 yards already.
Ball spotted on the Laurel Highlands.
On 5 carries.
Looks like this is going to be 4-down territory, Rick. I don't look for Trinity to be punting at this point in the season. Really nothing to lose, so 4-down territory.
And they've been able to move the ball.
In my mind, but it is 3rd and 3. Might as well give it to Kane, I would believe. He's going to go back, and he's going to be sacked. Oh, he gets away. Wow. Unbelievable. Had him in the backfield, and now he's going to have the first down to the 30-yard line. I had the sack called back at the 50-yard line. Could not bring him down. He shook him off. Looked like Roethlisberger back there. But he's going to gain about 7 yards on the play, down to the 27-yard line. So that's going to be a first down for Trinity.
Banco on the carry.
Big opportunity missed there for the Mustangs.
I think that was Aaron Huey that had him back there.
Got to wrap him up.
Jerry, I'm sure will replay that, but
7-yard line, 1st and 10.
1st and 10, 4:06 to go. Trinity driving in their second possession, already leading 7-0. There's a pitch out now, and it's going to be a reverse by Kane. He's going to throw it downfield, and it's going to be caught, I believe. Reverse pass.
For a first down.
Pitched it out to Kane. He reversed field route to the right side. Complete down to the 20, make it the 17-yard line to Finley. So it's a Kane and Finley show.
I meant to bring that up earlier. The Hillers have run that play before. They scored a touchdown, a 23-yard touchdown against West Mifflin with that play.
Now double tight end, I backfield, twin receivers to the right. Finley off left side, and he's going to be hit at the line and gains about 4. down inside the 15-yard line to the 14. The second down and 6.
Well, that busted pass play turned out to be a big advantage. Kept their drive going. I was surprised to see him drop back with as effective as Finley
the running game
Kane are.
Unstoppable so far. Now in the shotgun. And we're going to have the Kane around the right side. He's got room again. He's going to cut inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line. So the misdirection has the Mustangs back on their heels. Tackle made out there by number 6 for the Mustangs. That's Brumfield, but not before another first down inside the 10. First and goal, Trinity.
Great kick out block on the outside there by number 75, Ethan Turtus. And either you or I could have run around that end, Gary.
7-yard line, first and 10.
First and goal. 2:24 on a running clock here in the first. It's been all Trinity in the first quarter. And it's going to be handoff. No.
That's a
Taking
Wildcat.
it from the Wildcat is Kane. He's down inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. So Banco comes out and Kane goes into the Wildcat, just takes that snap and gains down to about the 1-yard line. Second and goal.
Coach John Miller is certainly mixing up the plays here. Laurel Highlands has not done a good job of reacting, but we've seen the halfback pass, we've seen the big splash plays, we've seen the Wildcats.
And the standard plays have gone for good gainers. So Mustang defense unable to stop Trinity, and it's going to be Kane again. Now he's going to go around the right side. It's Finley, and he's in for the touchdown at the right pylon. Tackled there, but not before he was in the end zone. It looks like a Mustang is down
there. The one that made the tackle.
The Trinity touchdown.
He's in for the touchdown, but a Mustang defender is down across the way, and looks like he is not getting up very
They're calling for the
quickly.
trainer.
They're calling for the trainer and the training staff, and
that might be
he's going to stay down. So Trinity on top, 13-10. We'll take a quick break for this injury timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920, the area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. Call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Welcome back to Mustang Field. The training staff and the paramedics still working on the injured Mustang across the way. Haven't been able to pick up the number, but certainly doesn't look promising as the medical staffs are taking every precaution that they can.
Use the backboard.
Try to secure this young man so that there's no chance of any additional injury. So came up and made the tackle low with his head down at the knees of Finley as Finley crossed the goal line near the pylon. And you could tell he was not doing well as soon as that contact was made. So professionals down there doing their job, and certainly want to wish the best for the Mustang injured player. Both teams on their respective sidelines showing their concern Trinity scoring after the 67-yard drive following the interception by Drew Kane on the Tyler Christopher pass intended for Rodney Gallagher on the left side of the field. So 2 possessions by Trinity and 2 touchdowns have them up 13-0 with the extra point still to come. But that's minor at this point as we're allowing the training staff and the paramedics across the way to make sure that there are no issues with the procedures and the protocol. As they're finishing their procedures down there. We're going to step aside again here on the South Union Township Sports Network, and we'll be right back after these messages and let you know how things are going to proceed here at Mustang Field.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Back after the injury, on for the extra point, and kicking it through is Chris Craigett.
Craigett's extra point is good.
Long delay for the injured Mustang, Terrell Brumfield, and wishing him the best. And it's Trinity 14, Laurel Highlands nothing. We'll keep it right here and be ready for the kick with 1:29 to go here in the first. The Mustangs need to regroup, Rick.
Yeah, they need to make some big adjustments on the fly rate here. On the Brumfield hit, it didn't look like any different of a hit than any of the other ones of his, except he reacted, just rolled over and really didn't move.
So Trinity capitalizing on a interception, 67-yard drive, culminating in the 1-yard run by Micah Finley. Kick was good again, 14-0, 1:29 to go here in the first. And Trinity will be kicking off to the Mustangs. With the run-up and the kick. Another short kick. That's going to be taken at about the 25-yard line. Up the left side, and have some room. Down the left side. That's Slater. Needs 2 men to beat, but knocked out of bounds there. Looked like by number 17, the kicker, Chris Craigett. Slater with the run back to
all the way down
the
to the
40-yard line or 41-yard line of Trinity.
There's a flag on the play.
See what happens here with this flag. Holding on the Mustangs. They're going to negate a fine run back by Robbie Slater and push them back 10 yards from the point of the foul, which was at the Mustang 48-yard line. So that will start the Mustangs back at the 38 as opposed to the 40-yard line in Trinity territory. Big change of field position there, Rick.
Yeah, well, that Trinity had to take that penalty.
Penalty moves the ball back to the Laurel Highlands 38-yard line.
Really unnecessary. The kick was short enough that they were going to have decent field position.
He was already by everybody, yeah. Now Christopher down the left side. He's going to be hit quickly and now pick up maybe 2 yards on the carry. So Christopher off left side. Number 54 for Trinity.
Peyton Thompson.
Tyson Brophy as well as Peyton Thompson, number 21.
On the play.
Mustangs have to hold on to this ball, Gary. That's only their 8th play of the game.
Laurel Highlands 39-yard line.
Time running out here in the first with 56 seconds to go now here in the first on a running clock. 2nd and 9. Back goes Christopher, has a man. This is Gallagher trying to dance his way through. He's going to be tackled by a host of Trinity players after a gain of about 4. That's number 30 for Trinity.
Gallagher with the ball.
Jack Spanko along with Thompson also on the carry.
Thompson on the stop along with
on the tackle again. So only a gain of about 3 that time by Gallagher. 3rd down and 7. Christopher sends Slater in motion. Tried to draw Trinity off that time, but
they got to get this first down, Gary.
They held their stances this time. Big third down early in the game here. They might let the clock run out. And they will. So that's going to be the end of the first quarter as the Mustangs facing a crucial third down and 7. We'll go to the second quarter with Trinity on top, 14-0. And that'll give a chance for the Mustang offense to talk things over with Coach Colasar. We'll be right back with second quarter action here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Important for people to know that we represent injured people to the best of our ability, and we've been successful doing that. And I don't say that to have people come to see us because we have been successful. I say that because it's true, and it's important.
Another important aspect is the experience that we have is local experience in the court system in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Welcome back. Gary Frankhauser along with Rick Frank, Jerry DuPay on the camera. Big play for the Mustangs. Third down, and they don't have the markers correct, Rick. It's not third down and 13. They are not correct, and this is going to be a huge problem. Christopher going deep, has Gallagher. He makes the catch, drops it. Wow.
That wouldn't have mattered where the sticks were.
In and out of the hands of Gallagher. Incomplete, beautiful pass there by Christopher, and that's going to require the Mustangs now to punt. And I'm not sure why they have those sticks the way they do, but it's certainly not correct. It was third down and 7, and now it's going to be fourth down and 12 according to the sticks.
They wouldn't have figured that out until unless it was close to that front stick.
High snap. Layton gets it away.
I don't know how he did.
And that's going to roll inside the 30, and the Mustangs will down it there. Number 7 with the downing for the Mustangs. That's Chanel Thomas. We might see him in the backfield before things are over here tonight.
That was a 41-yard punt. Nice punt.
Got it away at the last second.
I have no idea how he did that.
Hit it right through the arms of a couple Trinity defenders.
Well, there was 2 guys that got in there and only 1 blocker.
Now we need to see if the Mustang defense can
ball spotted on the Trinity 17
come up with a stop.
Line. First and 10. Correction, 18-yard line. First and 10.
Trinity in this lineup now. They will come up to the line and set things up in their standard formation, but they have trips to the left here, and it's going to go deep. He's wide open. Does he make the catch? He does. Off to the races again.
And off to the catch him is Gallagher.
And they're going to be all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That's number 48, I think. Try to pick up that number. I thought it was 48. It was 45. I'm sorry. That's Austin Beals. Big boy. Defensive tackle, straight down the field playing tight end. That went from the 18-yard line
to the 13-yard line.
13-yard line.
37 and 64-yard pass.
Wow.
2 big splash plays for.
Yeah, and they're catching the Mustangs off guard on every play. First and 10 at the ball at the 13. So they'll set up now in the Wildcat, once again with Kane in the shotgun. Mustang defense is shell-shocked at this point. Huge plays by Trinity and threatening again. There's going to be a pass back. Again, that's
a lineman.
And he's going to go in for the
number
touchdown.
66.
Wow. 68?
66.
Number
Gage
66. The throwback pass to the eligible receiver, and they just have caught the Mustangs off guard on every play. That one in from 13 yards out.
That's his second completion tonight, Gary.
I'm not even sure who threw that pass, Rick.
Drew Kane.
Was that Kane?
That was Kane.
Cricket will attempt the extra point at the post.
He's 2 for 2. He has a perfect passer rating.
Throw back to Gage Martin. That's got to be his first touchdown of his career, I would guess.
Maybe not.
On for the extra point is Craigett. And this time he does get it through again. He just barely gets him through, but it's good. It's 21-0. 11-11 to go here in the second. Trinity in control, 21-0.
Laurel Highlands, nothing.
Welcome back. Trinity pulling out all the stops here this evening. Throwback passes, tight end down the middle on a sweep pass, throwback to the offensive tackle from the fullback for the touchdown from 13 yards out. And here's the rolling kick picked up by the Mustangs at about the 15-yard line, weaving his way through tacklers and getting it out. That was Robbie Slater past the 35-yard line to the 36. So the Mustangs will have another opportunity, but have really been ineffective on offense too, Rick. We thought the Mustangs would come in with some momentum.
Rockwell on the return.
After that
ball will be spotted at
huge
the
performance up at Indiana last week, but really haven't had the opportunity to do anything here on offense. A couple 3-and-outs and an interception.
I wondered if they were going to be pass or run, but they're really neither.
So 3 receivers to the right. Christopher back. He's under pressure. It's an inside screen, and that's Chenille Thomas, his first opportunity with the ball, and he's tackled there by Austin Beals. So Chenille picks up about 5.
Beals is everywhere.
He's fired up, playing inspired football here for the Hillers.
Second down and 5. Ball now spotted at the Laurel Highlands 42-yard line.
That was a pass from Christopher to Thomas for 5. Now Christopher will take it up to the left side, and he's going to be close to the first down, but looks like about a yard short.
On the carry.
So Christopher for 4 sets up a 3rd and 1.
Stop by McClenathan.
Good push that time by the left side of the Mustang offensive line.
I think this is the shortest third down, that the Mustangs have had tonight.
Might as well look at the quarterback sneak here, but Trinity is really stacking it up, but pushing ahead. It looks like he did get the first down as Christopher as he submarined his way under the defense, and that's going to be following his center, number 50.
Well, you could watch any film from the Mustangs, and it had a heavy dose of third down and short where Tyler Christopher kept the ball, so that wasn't a big shock.
Anthony Steppich, left guard, led the way that time for the Mustangs, along with the center, Gary Gardner. Gallagher now will go around the right side. He's going to look for room. He has room around the right side. Going to get about a 9-yard or 10-yard gain, so use his speed, and there's a flag. That could be a late hit out of bounds.
Let's by a host of Hillers. Flag on the play.
See what happens here, Rick. Let's hope it's not against the Mustangs, but could be a late hit. He did get enough for the first down, I believe, or he might have been about a yard short. Where the line judge is spotting it, it is a yard short, but dead ball personal foul against Trinity, so that'll add 15 on to the 9-yard run by Rodney Gallagher.
From the spot of the foul.
I love those blocks, those seal blocks, Gary. I watch those. I watch for those things. Great block there by Robbie Slater. There was a little. He kept that block on even after the flag. There was a little chippy going on there.
48-yard line. Laurel Highlands has the ball.
So Mustangs will now have it first down inside the 30 at the 29-yard line. Need to put some points on the board on this drive, Rick.
But they're finally moving the ball.
Christopher in the shotgun. 3 receivers here, and he's going to go off right tackle again and just nowhere to go as the
Christopher on the carry.
Trinity defense there in mass.
Not only wasn't there anywhere really to go, it took a long time to develop. Long time for him to decide.
Tyson Brophy there, and also in on the tackle was number 30, Jax Banco. Just a gain of 1.
Gain of 1, second down 9, ball on the Trinity 27-yard line.
Makes it difficult with these long second downs. Now this is going to be Thomas on the carry. He's going to another short gain of about 2 down to the 25. That's going to bring a 3rd down and 6.
Up by Kern.
That's a combination of good defense
Gain of 3 on the play
for the Hillers. Bad blocking there for the Mustangs.
Line. 3rd down and 6.
The Hillers are outspeeding. They're running to the ball quickly. They're outspeeding the Mustang offense. Christopher now to Gallagher, and he has it. Into the 10, the 5, inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. Gallagher stretches past the 5, and ball comes out, but as it hit the ground. So nice catch there from the 25-yard line down to the
21-yard pass.
5-yard line. That is good enough for a Laurel Highlands.
20-yard pass and catch. Christopher to Gallagher puts the Mustangs in business, 1st and goal at the 5. Thomas now off right tackle, still pushing his feet. And Thomas will get it down to about the 3. 2nd and goal. Make it a 2.5.
Ball at the 2-yard line. 2nd down and goal for Laurel Highlands.
Christopher still in the shotgun. Hand off to Thomas again. Had a crease, but it was closed quickly there by Kane, I believe.
Looks like he picked up another yard.
Got about a yard. That's going to bring up 3rd and goal. Mustangs struggling to push it in the end zone here. 7:44 on a running clock here in the 2nd, trailing 21-0. Desperately in need of points, and it's going to be Christopher pushing ahead, and I believe he's in. Let's see, is there a call? I don't think he got in. They're not signaling yet. They're saying 4th down.
Well, they stacked up the box, but Christopher doesn't hide that very well. He crouches way down, and it's obvious that he's going to be
quarterback sneak. They're at the 6-inch line, and I would think they're going to do the same thing again, but let's see what the coaching staff comes up with. Christopher now, he's going to push ahead this time. I think he's in.
Well,
Let's see. They're pushing him back. Let's see.
A little help there by Tanner Slavic. I think he had the forward momentum.
What are they going to do?
Looked like it.
Nobody's made a call yet. Touchdown. So Christopher does get it in. Late call, but still points on the board with 7:06 to go here. In the 2nd, the Mustangs get on the board, and Zach Layton will come out for the extra point.
That was a good drive for the Mustangs.
Even after they were pushed back after the long kickoff return, they started at their own 28-yard line. There's a bad snap, and Mustangs do not get the kickoff. So things just keep happening in the negative, so that doesn't allow them to complete the extra point. 21-6. Good drive by the Mustangs. We'll be right back after this on the South Union Township Sports Network.
In the 2nd quarter, the score is Trinity 21, Laurel Highlands 6.
Welcome back. The Mustangs do get on the board with a 72-yard drive, culminated in the 1-yard Christopher quarterback sneak, highlighted by the 20-yard pass to Rodney Gallagher. Layton kicks this one deep, and that's going to go over the head and going to stop again at the 1-yard line. He had the backspin on that one. The Mustangs will take advantage and pin the Trinity Hillers back to the 10-yard line. So
good tackle there by Daniel Carney. Kane almost got away from him, and Carney wrapped him up.
Looks like one of your sand wedges there, Rick. It just bit at the 1-yard line.
Trinity 10-yard
That's about the only club I'm good with.
1st and 10.
So now the Mustang defense back on the field, have yet to stop the Trinity offense.
This would be a good time to start stopping.
And the Trinity has come up with some very unique play calls that have caught the Mustangs off guard. Now that up the middle, hitting the point of attack there, and that's number 23 for the Mustangs with a nice tackle. Ronnie Romsberg on Kane. So a gain of 2, 2nd down and 8.
That's the kind of adjustments that the Mustangs have to make. Looked like there was going to be a hole there, and Romsberg filled it immediately.
2nd down, ball now spotted at the 12-yard line. 2nd down and 8.
Trinity sends 2 receivers to the left side, tight end to the right. Wildcat now back goes the pass over the outstretched hand of the intended receiver, Gio Cipoletti. And on the pass, Banco on the pass that time. Tried to
for Stewart.
Hit Cipoletti on the
3rd down and 8. Ball spotted
post
on
pattern. I'm sorry, the flag pattern.
12-yard line.
Not sure if that was Stewart or Cipoletti. I think that was Cipoletti. Big 3rd down for the Mustang defense. Can they get off the field on 3rd down?
It's a long third. This is the first long 3rd down for the Hillers.
Back goes Cox over the middle, and it's low and outside. Unable to be caught there by number 45 intended receiver, Austin Beals. That's going to bring up 4th down and bring out the punt team for Trinity.
I like the adjustments. I don't know exactly what they were, but it looks like the Mustangs have, with this stop, figured some of the Trinity offense out.
No chance for a fake here, is there, Rick?
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, the punter's Finley.
It's that Thomas deep, I
Gallagher
believe.
to receive.
Or Gallagher. Oh, he gets it away, and it's a fair catch called and made at the 45-yard line there by Rodney Gallagher. So
there was about 4 Mustangs back there that almost had the block.
Trinity 43-yard line.
They did a good job not to run into the kicker too, so that will set up the Mustangs in Trinity territory at the 43-yard line with 6:21 to go still here in the 2nd. Christopher with some time on the clock now, allowing the Mustangs to get back into this game. Come in with a shotgun, 3 receivers wide right, single receiver to the left.
Positive field position
and
to start.
Christopher will get nice yardage this time on 1st down.
Christopher on the
Stepping
carry,
in there to make the tackle was Peyton Thompson for Trinity, but a nice gain of 5 on the 1st down.
4 on the play, 2nd down and 6.
Vince.
Make it 4, 2nd and 6. Clock running now as Christopher gets the play from the sideline.
They're going to have to shake some plays up here, and they've only run a couple different kind of plays, Gary.
Taking a lot of time getting the play in. This is Brosley, nowhere to go. Just try to inside handoff and big penetration by number 54. That's Tyson Brophy, along with number 21, Peyton Thompson.
Loss of 1 on the play. 2, loss of 2.
3rd down and 7.5.
They're going to have to mix these plays up, Gary.
Trinity 41-yard line.
Another 3rd and long for the Mustangs.
Try to get the ball in the hands of Gallagher here, I would imagine. They're bringing blitz. Whistle.
Whistle on the play.
Timeout called by somebody. Timeout called by Trinity.
That was probably a good timeout for them.
Although they had the huge blitz coming, it didn't look like the Mustangs were going to pick that up. So with 5:10 to go here in the second quarter, it's Trinity 21, Laurel Highlands 6. We'll be right back. You're watching the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
In the northeast corner.
Big play now after the timeout. Christopher, 3rd down and 7. Back goes Christopher. There's the inside screen dropped. And who was that intended for? Looked like Slater.
The sure-handed Robbie Slater.
Intended for Slater, incomplete.
I would think the Mustangs will go for it here with 5:06 to go, trailing 21-6. Although you would hate to see their defense have to come back out on the field at this point with this field position for Trinity, but they're going to go for it. In motion is Slater. That's offside, so that's going to make it a more manageable 4th down.
4th and 3 is the odds are a lot better.
So that's going to move it down to the 36-yard line.
Encroachment against Trinity, 5-yard penalty.
Certainly changed the play call.
Down to the Trinity 41-yard line, 4th down and 3.
Christopher with Thomas now in the backfield. Back goes Christopher over the middle. Pass, got his man for the 1st down. Inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That was Slater that time. He wasn't dropping that one, Rick.
That was huge. That's his first catch of the night, which is unusual.
Little extracurricular activity.
Complete to Slater.
Nobody needs to, like Gallagher, the calmest one out there, calming things down. Gives the Mustangs a 1st down on the pass to Slater inside the 30 at the 28-yard line.
That was a very big 7-yard pass.
Nice pass by Christopher. And they're going to start the clock with 5:01 to go here in the second. Mustangs will huddle up.
Well, you can tell just how much confidence Coach Colasar has. He went right back to Robbie Slater. It was very unusual of Rob to drop that pass the first time. He wasn't going to drop it twice.
So the Mustangs on the far hash mark. 3 receivers to the wide side of the field here toward us. And it's going to be Christopher. Does he get through that first line of attack? He could have gained a lot more because Trinity had the all-out blitz coming.
Number 21, Peyton Thompson, broke right through there and wrapped his legs up.
If he gets through that first line of defense, there's nobody behind that initial point of attack because the all-out blitz had everyone in the backfield of the Mustangs. Back goes Christopher. Pass out here in the flat, and that's going to be a loss on the play, I think, or a very short gain. That's the Slater again.
Very well covered by the Hillers, by the cornerback and safety.
Kane's over there. Also number 24, Finley.
Slater, stopped by Lax.
Marquise Lax there. Another big 3rd down for the Mustangs.
They called that, they gave him a 1 yard.
No gain on the play.
Back goes Christopher. Down the middle has a man open. Did he get it over the top? No. Just a little bit underthrown, and Robbie Slater had to come back for it slightly. Good defense back there by the safety
Christopher's
for Trinity.
For Slater.
Well, he had to get rid of that ball, Gary. Number 53,
Broken up by Finley.
which I don't have a 53 on my roster, was breathing down his throat. He was coming right at him, and he had to launch it.
So another 4th down for the Mustangs. Clock running. No, it stopped. I'm sorry, it stopped on the incomplete pass with 3:28 to go. 4th and 9. Slater goes in motion, and he'll reset in the slot on the right side. Back goes Christopher, looking, has a man open, and that's caught there. Is that enough for the first down? I believe it is.
Gallagher
down to the 15-yard line. Great footwork there by Rodney Gallagher. He just goes down 14 yards, steps out to the right, to the left side, and Christopher hits him right before he goes out for the out of bounds. The clock should have stopped. He was out of bounds. I'm not sure why the clock is running. This is Gallagher trying to get around the right side. There's going to be a bunch of Hillers out there, and they do drag him down for a loss on the play of 1. The Mustangs should take a timeout here to regroup, but with 3:05 to go, it's 2nd down and 11.
On that 12-yard pass play, a lot of that credit should go to the offensive line. They blocked, they kept Tyler Christopher clean, and he had time to go through his progression, and Gallagher was wide open.
Back goes Christopher again, has a man open again, but it has to go down to his knee to make the catch. That's number 28 for the Mustangs.
Christopher's pass complete to Slater.
That's
Burchick.
Ball now on the 13-yard line.
Again, 3rd down.
Pickup of 6.
3rd down
the
and
clock
7.
is running. 2:29 to go here in the second. Mustangs with all 3 timeouts.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they're not using him.
Christopher now will go deep into the end zone. Caught for the touchdown. Let's see who that is. I think that's Gallagher. Rodney Gallagher backpedaling into the corner of the end zone. Catches it for the Mustang touchdown over the defender for Trinity. Back there was Marquise Lax, but backpedaling into the corner of the end zone. Perfect pass that time by Tyler Christopher. No one else was going to get that but Gallagher. And he just used all of the corner of the end zone to pull that in for the touchdown.
Rodney Gallagher got separation, and Tyler Christopher hit him. His sister is dancing on the sideline here, Gary. She's here as an alumnus cheerleader.
2 minutes and 16 seconds to go.
So Gallagher with the touchdown from Christopher at 2:16 to go. Kick by Layton is good. 21-13, Mustangs back in it. We'll be right back on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920. The area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. Call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
(21-13), Mustangs with another nice drive. 2 consecutive drives by the Mustangs have got them back in this game.
Well, it looks like they've figured some things out a little bit offensively and defensively.
Layton will tee it up. And 2:16 to go. The Trinity Hillers have shown the ability to have quick hitters for scores, and this one will be in play at about the 5-yard line. Up the middle comes the return man for the Hillers, and he breaks through the first wave of tacklers, but finally brought down at about the 24-yard line.
Looked like he was brought down by Carney.
Carney with the tackle.
By Burchick.
Oh, and Burchick.
Sets the ball at the 30-yard line.
Ball will now be spotted on the Trinity 30-yard line. Hilders will put the ball in play, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 for Trinity at the 30. They have 2 timeouts remaining, so an opportunity for them to try to push it downfield. Really, they haven't had to go to much trickeration. Now we have whistles.
Timeout, Laurel Highlands.
So Laurel Highlands will call timeout. They didn't like what they saw, and I don't think they had the full 11 guys out there on the field. So timeout with 2:09 to go here in the first half. 21-13. Trinity on top of the Mustangs. We'll step aside here on the South Union Township Sports Network and WMBS, the Triv Live High School Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Here we go, 2:09 to go in the second. Welcome back our listeners on WMBS as well as the South Union Township Sports Network. 1st and 10 for Trinity. 2 timeouts remaining up under center. It's going to be a handoff deep, and the Mustangs with the pursuit miss a tackle again. Getting outside is Finley for
Finley on the carry.
Short gain of about
by Huey.
3 yards, but stops the clock as he goes out of bounds. So a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6.
You know, Trinity's really thrown the whole playbook at the Mustangs, Gary. They've run the Wildcat, and they had a halfback pitch, and then he threw to an offensive lineman for a touchdown. They've had big yardage splash plays. They've done just about everything.
Mustangs have allowed them to get open field. And here's another big run for Trinity out to the 45-yard line. That's a gain of about 13. And they're going to call timeout. Well,
carry.
I'm sorry, the clock will stop.
No,
as
they're going no huddle.
Ball spotted on the
chains are being moved, and now we're going to start the clock.
45-yard line, 1st and 10.
1:56 to go. And he's going to spike it to stop the clock with 1:50 to go. Clock still running. Stop the clock. Please stop the clock. There it is. It ran about 5 seconds before it got stopped. So 1:47 to go. Clock was stopped with a second down and 10. Ball sits at the Trinity 45-yard line. So the Mustangs have worked their way back into this ball game, 21-13, with 2 second-quarter touchdowns.
The first quarter did not look good for the Mustangs. The offense looked flat, the defense looked flat, but they've come back.
Now, pitch out, and that is a backward pass to Kane, and he almost breaks it, but tripped up there for the tackle. I think on the right side there, that was Bosley on the tackle, and now we have a timeout called by Trinity.
Trinity calls a timeout, 3rd down and 9 when we return.
It'll be 3rd down and 9. Ball will be at the 46-yard line. With that timeout, we'll take a quick 30-second timeout on WMBS and Triv Live Sports Network. 21-13, we'll be right back.
Please meet your party in the southwest end zone.
Here we go, the final 1:37 of the first half. Trinity coming off a timeout, 3rd down and 9 at their own 46-yard line. Banco in the shotgun. It's a throwback pass again, almost picked off by the Mustangs, and down the left sideline, but out of bounds goes Kane. It's a throwback pass again.
Short
so Kane, I'm sorry, that was back to Banco. It's going to be short of the first down, but that's going to stop the clock.
Short of the line of gain.
And that's going to only gain about 3 yards, so that's going to be a fourth down and
at the
8.
48-yard line of Trinity.
Ball is at the 48-yard line of Trinity, fourth down and make it 7. Stop the clock with 1:30 to go. Doesn't look like Trinity's going to punt. They're coming out with the offense with the ball in their own territory. It's big risk here. And the shotgun is Kane, or the Wildcat. Now we're going to have a timeout called by Laurel Highlands. So Trinity came out as if they were going to go for it here on 4th and 7.
If you would get out your 50-50 tickets,
with that timeout, we'll take our last timeout of the first half here on the South Union Township Sports Network and WMBS, the Trib Live High School Sports Network. We'll be right back after these messages.
Is 395.
Here we go. The Mustangs took a timeout after Trinity came out here on 4th and 7. And now it looks like Trinity will bring out the punt team. But look for a fake here, Rick.
That's about the only thing they haven't tried yet here.
2 men back protecting the punter. Good snap. Here's the run across, and he's going to rugby kick it. And Kim comes off the side of his foot, and it's going to be out of bounds at about a 5-yard kick. Make it a 3-yard kick.
2-yard kick. 2-yard kick.
Ran to the right for a rugby-style punt, and he kicked it off the side of his foot.
Shanked it.
Yeah, I think that was Finley who kicked that, but
he is the punter.
So the Mustangs will have the ball with 1 timeout left.
And flag on the play.
There is a flag.
Look like a little extracurricular activity on the sidelines after the play. It might be a unsportsmanlike both ways here, Rick. I think that's what they're going to call.
Well, Coach Colasar has his team huddled up on the right here.
Dead ball, personal foul.
Preliminary indication is unnecessary roughness.
Personal foul the other way. So they're going to
unnecessary roughness.
Nice job by Colasar, Coach Colasar, pulling his team together and regrouping and trying to face the task at hand here, and that's to score in the next 127.
Put the ball in play, 1st and 10.
So the Mustangs will have the ball at the 50-yard line. So no need for that extracurricular activity on either side. So good job by the officials to call it both ways.
Well, that was the second time there was a little chippiness. So they want to keep that stopped.
Back goes Christopher. Inside screen. That's going to be Gallagher, I believe. No, that's Thomas. He's going to be inside the 40 to about the 35. Breaks tackles inside the 30 to about the 29. That's going to momentarily stop the clock for the movement of the chains. Puts the ball inside the 30 at the 29-yard line. Great movement there by Chenille Thomas.
First down.
Looked like he was going to be trapped for about a 10-yard gain, but gets it all the way down inside the 30 to the 29. They're going to mark it right at the 30. Clock starts again, 1:06 on a running clock. Christopher in the shotgun. Drops it, but goes straight back. He's going to send it deep, and Gallagher's out there. Does he come down? No, picked off Gallagher's hands. Back comes the Trinity defender.
I think that's
one
Finley.
Man to beat. That's Finley. And it's intercepted. Gallagher went up for it, had it momentarily in his hands, came off his hands, and
actually Finley took it out of his hands.
Trinity will put the ball in play.
Finley had
all the way down to the goal line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Runs it back to the 37-yard line. So turnabout, fair play. Finley with the interception now gives Trinity the ball back with a timeout. And 51 seconds to go. This final 2 minutes seems like an eternity, Rick.
Well, Tyler Christopher saw Gallagher open, but he didn't see the safety come over, and turns out that Gallagher was double covered.
Now we have a lineup of 7 of the Trinity players all the way over to the left side.
They've had some unusual formation.
So Colasar is going to take his last time out.
Would like to extend a special welcome to our
Big night tonight, Gary. You dedicated, the school board dedicated, you announced the dedication tonight.
Much deserved honor for Barry Rosner, the school board by resolution dedicating the press box to be named the Barry Rosner press box from henceforth.
41 years
of dedication to the Mustang sports programs and extracurricular activities. He's a true Mustang. So 21-13, Trinity on top. 51 seconds to go. Trinity with the turnover has the ball at their own 37-yard line.
They've come out, Gary, in a couple unusual formations.
Trinity
One
has
is
the
like
ball, 1st and 10, the
all
ball
11 players line up in an eye, and then they kind of bleed out.
And he's got another unique formation here. Is that linemen are all standing straight up, one man hiding behind the line, and he's going to be a lineman. It's like a muddle huddle. I look like the center took that one. Let's see who it is. No, that's Finley. He was hiding behind the line, and he just took that ball, went about 4 yards to the left. Strange play, and they're going to do it. Now they're going to
gain of 5 on the play, or gain of 4, 2nd down and 6.
And this time is going to be spiked by Banco as he spikes it to stop the clock with 30 seconds to go.
Listeners are going to have to turn into the Jerry's YouTube presentation of the Laurel Highlands game to see just how unusual that. You don't see muddle huddles very often.
So back comes Trinity now.
69 yards for Finley so far.
3rd and 6. Back goes Banco looking for the throwback again. And another missed tackle by the Mustangs on Kane, but they recover now to make the play at the line of scrimmage.
And that should do it.
And they do have one timeout left. Getting up off the bottom of the pile, like number 1, but that's not Daniel Izzy. I'm trying
by Izzy.
The center's got to get there.
5 seconds to go. They're going to get one more play off. They're going to leave with a timeout in their pocket, which is really strange, and that's going to be a sack. All the way back at the 32-yard line.
Lost 10 on that.
Number 65, Aaron Huey, ends the first half with a sack. That's the end of the first half with the score Trinity 21, Laurel Highlands 13. We'll be back with halftime activities on WMBS, Triv Live High School Sports Network, C. Harper Sports Night, and the South Union Township Sports Network. Welcome back to Mustang Field. It's halftime with our halftime score 21-13, and a lot of crazy action in the first half, Rick. We haven't seen much of this type of offensive performance by anyone with the trickeration as applied by Trinity on all kind of unique plays, but they didn't need any unique plays on their first possession. First play of the game, a 70-yard run by Micah Finley right up the middle, but caught by Gallagher at the 10-yard line, saved the touchdown. But 3 plays later, Drew Kane took it in from 9 yards out, and it was a Chris Craigett extra point kick for the early 7-0 Trinity lead just a minute and a half into the game. Trinity scored again with 1:29 to go in the first quarter. Micah Finley again, a 1-yard run. A 67-yard drive by Trinity after an interception of a Tyler Christopher pass. Craigett's kick was good again, making it 14-0 with 1:29 to go. Starting the second quarter, Trinity scored again on a fullback pass from Kane to Cage Martin, a defensive tackle, offensive tackle, on a throwback pass, taking it in from 13 yards out. Craigett's kick again was good. It was 21-0. Looked like a Trinity blowout in the first half. But give the Mustangs credit. 2 drives in the second quarter resulted in touchdowns for the Mustangs. 7:06 of the second, a Christopher 1-yard plunge after a 72-yard drive, highlighted by a 20-yard pass to Gallagher down to the 5-yard line. A bad snap resulted in an unsuccessful extra point, made it 21-6. With 2:16 to go, another Nice play, but this time to Gallagher from 13 yards out for the touchdown in the left corner of the end zone. Kick by Layton was good, 21-13. The teams traded possessions to end the first half without scoring, so it's 21-13, Rick, and the statistics have to be a large favor for Trinity on the ground, that's for sure.
Well, they are. Well, on the ground, total yardage, the Hillers have 194 total yards, 125 on the ground. The Mustangs have 126. That's a 70-yard difference. The Tyler Christopher had 87 yards in the air, and the Mustangs only had 39 yards on the ground. So, yeah, there was a 90-yard difference. Two big splash plays represented 2/3 of the Hillers' yardage, the 70-yard run and the 64-yard pass to Beal. So the Mustangs really turned things around in the second quarter and were really able to, on offense and defense, loosen some things up and obviously score some points.
And that's exactly what they needed. And Trinity has pulled out all the stops with the tackle eligible, the throwback reverse pass down the middle to the tight end. And they've also been effective on the normal just off tackle runs by Finley and Kane. So Kane from the Wildcat has been effective too. The Mustangs, give them credit though, stuck in there and had two impressive drives in the second quarter. We'll look for more of that in the second half by the Mustangs. We'll have the Davis & Davis bonus coverage on WMBS and be back with all of the action here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Here we go. Welcome back. Gary Frankhauser along with Rick Frank, Jerry Dupay on the camera on the South Union Township Sports Network, ready for second half action. The Trinity Hillers will be kicking to the Mustangs to start the second half. Going deep for the Mustangs, Rodney Gallagher, Robbie Slater, and Miguel Brumfield. I'm sorry, that's not Brumfield. He was injured in the first half.
I got a report.
I think that is Keandre Cook.
By the way, Gary, I got a report on Brumfield from the coaches upstairs. They said he was up and moving around. He had some tingling in his right leg, but he was up and moving around, which is
very
a good sign.
short kick.
Wow.
Down at the 40-yard line, and diving through is number 23 for the Mustangs. That's Ronnie Romesberg, and he gets all the way out to the 40-yard line. So
on the return.
I'm not sure why they have this guy kicking. He kicks very short and high when the extra point kicker.
He's limping on his way off the field, number 17. He's limping, so again, he may not be kicking anymore.
Chris Greggett. But the kickoff kicker, Brandon, the typical kickoff kicker, Brandon May, is he kicks it long.
There's a handoff now inside, and very little to gain. That's Christopher on the carry. No handoff, he just kept it himself. So that play has not been effective for the Mustangs in the first half, and he's going to lose a half a yard on that
Watson one on the play, second down 12.
Second and 11.
Ball spotted at the Laurel Highlands 47-yard line.
Mustangs will be facing second and long.
43-yard line.
And that's going to be Gallagher with the carry off on the left side. Cuts it up and breaks his way through the defense of Trinity.
Almost
gains
to the
about 8 yards.
Almost to the first down.
Yeah.
Flag on the play.
Tackle there by number 23, Schoolcraft, and it's probably going to be against the Mustangs, I would guess. Holding of some sort.
Preliminary indication is holding against Laurel Highlands.
Wow.
You're a savant, Gary.
That happens a lot in those runs by Gallagher. There's a requirement on those plays for the linemen as well as the wide receivers to hold their blocks for a very long time. And sometimes that leads to the holding call. So
back to the Laurel Highlands
second down now
line.
and 20.
Second down and 16, 17.
Christopher now looking as a man open. Oh, dropped again. Wow.
Slater dropped.
Pass intended for Slater, incomplete.
Very unusual. Twice in the game that Robbie Slater has the ball hitting between the numbers and not able to pull that in. So third down and 20. Christopher now quickly to the line. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass, and he really didn't want to go 3 and out this early. And there's a loft down the right side. Gallagher's going to go up, and he's going to come down with it. Wow, Rodney Gallagher with an acrobatic, athletic catch deep in Trinity territory at the 31-yard line. Just went up between the defenders and pulled it down from the 27-yard line.
33-yard pass.
Wow, that is
he had great position.
Beautiful thing to watch, Rick.
He had some separation, and then he got in the right position to make that pass.
This is Gallagher again. Now he's going to try to break it back, and he's nowhere to go as the Trinity defense now will bring him down back at the 37-yard line. He's going to lose a couple yards.
By Thompson.
Thompson with the tackle, and Thompson's down. Might have twisted himself around on that play.
Second down and 10.
Gallagher tried to change directions, but too many Trinity players that time. And now with the injury to number 21, Thompson for Trinity, will step aside quickly here for a injury timeout on the South Union Township Sports Network. Laurel Highlands trailing 21-13.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tammy.
Southwestern Endoscopy Center is a state-licensed and Medicare-certified facility and emphasizes privacy, comfort, caring, and safety for colonoscopies and upper GI endoscopies. Painless procedures are done with twilight sedation given by a board-certified anesthesiologist. The center accepts most insurance plans and is staffed by Doctors Ruthhart, Calabrese, Stokes, SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
We're back with Thompson going off.
Peyton Thompson, the injured,
with his under his own power, has his helmet off, but looks a little groggy there as he does the John Wayne walk off the field.
Well, good to see him going under his own power anyway.
Second down and 10.5 as Gallagher was caught for no gain on that inside handoff. So Christopher will now be in the shotgun again. Back goes Christopher looking. Has a man open down the sideline and just underthrows that one. Again, trying to hit Gallagher, I believe.
Mr. Sass intended for Slater, incomplete.
He generally does not underthrow, Gary. If
Third
anything,
down and 10.
That was
Tyler
Slater down
overthrows.
the left side. I'm sorry, not Gallagher, but that looked like it came off the side of his hand, slipped a little bit.
Didn't look like the regular passes. He usually puts some zip on it.
10:39 to go here on a stop clock. Fake to Gallagher, pass back now, and the Mustangs give Trinity a bit of their own medicine on a tackle eligible. This time, number 66 is Joey Conley. So they fake the jet sweep to Gallagher, pass back to Joey Conley, gain of about 7. It's going to be fourth down and 4.
Fourth down and 5.
Almost
That's his first pass
another
of his
opportunity, almost in field goal range for Layton. And they do get them
Looks
to
like the
jump.
left side of the
They
line
jumped,
jumped.
and then no call. Wow, was in violation of the neutral zone and did not get the call.
Reg Colasar is in the ref's ear.
Here's a pass again and caught. Does he have the first down? It's going to depend on the spot.
Robbie Slater.
Slater with the catch down at the 21-yard line, and it is a Mustang first down, I believe. It is. Referee signals, nice pass and catch. Slater coming back to the ball.
Gain of 5 on the play.
Fundamentally sound to get that first down. So first down regardless of not getting the offside call.
Nice job of Robbie Slater boxing out the defender.
Yeah, we thought that that was going to be knocked down for sure, but it found its way into Slater's chest for the first down.
5-yard gain, but he had to throw it 30 yards.
Now, coming to the right side, leaping through a couple tacklers and getting down to about the 16 was Thomas, Chanel Thomas with the carry.
Thomas on the carry.
Give him 5.
Stop by Lax. Gain of 6, second down 4.
First possession of the second half for the Mustangs. 9:48 to go on a running clock in the third quarter. Second and 5. Christopher sends Gallagher in motion. They fake it to him, handoff inside to Thomas. He dices his way
Thomas on the carry. Looks like
he got
inside the 12 to about the 11. It's going to be very close to a first down. It's going to be third and about 1.
Gain of 4 on the play. Third down and 1. Ball marked on the Trinity 13-yard line.
You're getting a dose of Chanel Thomas here in the second half.
Look for the quarterback sneak again here with Christopher. And they do draw him off this time, no doubt about it. As Christopher barks out the Catons, and 54, Tyson Brophy, just comes across the line. They're trying to stop that quarterback sneak, and that's going to give them first down
Trinity
at about the
5-yard penalty.
7-yard line.
Moves the football to the Trinity 9-yard line. That is good enough for
Well, Tyler
Laurel
Christopher
Highlands.
got down into his crouch, and that was a benefit because it caused 54 to jump off, Brophy to jump off sides.
Christopher in the shotgun. Handoff inside to Thomas. Cuts through to the defense into the end zone for the Mustang. Touchdown from 7 yards out. That's Chanel Thomas at 8:53 to go here in the third. Laurel Highlands touchdown. Cuts the lead to 21-19. Do you go for 2 here, Rick?
It looks like that's what exactly what they're going to do. What play would you call here, Coach Frank Hauser?
Well, the Mustangs used a unique play against Indiana.
The special.
Yes, and I believe that's probably what we're going to see here, the throwback pass to Christopher in the end zone.
He was crouching down there.
Might look for the quarterback sneak from 3 yards out.
That's a long way.
Here it is. Throw into the end zone, incomplete. Too many white shirts there.
Rodney
Good
Gallagher.
pressure. Gallagher.
Intended for
that
Gallagher.
I think that was
Correction, Thomas's pass.
Was that Thomas? I'm sorry.
Intended for Gallagher.
And that's going to fall incomplete. So the Mustangs fail on a 2-point conversion, but cut the lead now to 21-19 with 8:53 to go. Nice drive by the Mustangs. We'll be back with a kick here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Highlands 19. What a barn burner we got going here.
Creditors calling you day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zeblu Mahalev and White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebley, Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. Your hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebley, Mahalev & White.
We're back now with the kickoff for Laurel Highlands. Teeing it up will be Zach Layton.
It's a game now, Gary.
It sure is. As we go through the second half here, we're going to try to mention as many of these seniors. We've got Riley Bosley, number 20, Miguel Brumfield, number 6, Tyler Christopher, number 2. Layton with the high kick.
Deep.
Comes down at about the 7-yard line. Running up through the middle and has a crease. And it's the return man for Trinity, brought down near midfield. On the return there was, let's see who that was, number 6.
Number 6, that's Lax, Marquise Lax.
Flag on the play.
Flag back at the 40. That might push it back. So that's going to push him back. So Mustang's the beneficiary of a holding call there. That's going to push him back.
That's going to turn
near the 30-yard line. Let's see where they place it. Right at the 30.
Ball will now be spotted.
The Hillers lose 15 yards on that penalty. The ball was going to be at about the 45. So
Hillers
they start
possession, first down and 10.
They did have good field position before. So the foul was at the 40. Now they have the ball at the 30.
Double tight end formation for Trinity. Handoff inside. And once he breaks that initial point of attack, Kane is just a beast getting through there. He's going to gain 13 on that play. Brought down by Thomas. All the way out to the 43-yard line. 13-yard gain by Kane. And
that gives Kane 82 yards on 12 carries. He had 69 in the first half.
43-yard line, first down and 10.
A few more of the seniors. Joey Conley, number 66. Keandre Cook, number 8. Dante Dews, number 73. Trinity comes up first and 10 now after the 13-yard gain. Jet sweep now to this side. Good pursuit by the Mustangs. Do they get him in the backfield? They do. Good pursuit that time by the Mustang right side of the defense. Number 65. For the Mustangs, that's Aaron Huey.
Also, number 20, Riley Bosley, shed his block and was able to turn it back inside for Huey.
Second down, 13, ball spotted at the Trinity 40-yard line.
Huey, one of those seniors, along with Gary Gardner, Daniel Izzy, Gerald Michaud, Jacob Popson, James Price, Ronnie Roomsberg, Hunter Sasky, Robbie Slater, Anthony Stepich.
Well, the next year, there's some underclassmen are really going to have to step up. Those are big shoes to fill, Gary.
Sure are. Second down and 13. Back goes Banco, and he's going to be hit in the backfield for another sack by the Mustang defense.
65, Aaron Huey again.
The ball carrier, he's dropped again by Aaron.
He went right down.
That's going to push it all the way back to the 34-yard line. Bring up third down. And, let's see, 22.
Third down, the ball marked on the 34-yard line. Third down and 19 yards to go.
Boy, that puts some charge into the Mustangs defense. The sidelines charged up.
Handoff inside. Kane, they're going to try to run for this first down just to get it out to the 40-yard line. And Kane will gain a nice 7 yards, but that's going to bring up fourth down and 13.
Guess who that was?
I got to stop by
Aaron Huey again.
Huey.
Fourth down.
Man, that just gives you more adrenaline.
40-yard line, fourth down and 14.
The punt team on now for Trinity. The Mustangs have come close to blocking a few of these punts, and they spread out their punt team.
This is another unique formation.
Nobody to block the oncoming defenders. That's a good snap. He gets it away, and it's another short kick. Mustangs need to get out of the way, and that's going to go out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. So let's see what that is. 24-yard kick. So that's going to give the Mustangs the ball at the 43-yard line with some momentum on the Mustang side.
Well, here's a case where special teams having a punter that can't get it downfield really hurts you.
Kickoff team for Trinity has allowed the Mustangs some nice field position, and the punt team has also allowed them some nice field position.
The World Series in the top of the third inning.
Christopher in the shotgun.
2, Washington, no score.
Chanel Thomas now with really nowhere to go. He tried to get it around the outside, and he's going to maybe pick up a couple,
Thomas on the carry,
possibly 3. And that was
Banco.
Purely Thomas' speed there that got him around the outside for a short gain of, let's give him 2.
Well, and there was another good Robbie Slater seal block there.
Laurel Highlands 45-yard line.
Allowed him to get those couple of yards.
Christopher now in the shotgun again. 5-man rush for Trinity. Some pressure now, and he's going to be hitting the backfield way back at the 33-yard line. He's got to get rid of that one. Big sack there by Austin Beals, and Christopher did not feel him from the backside as it goes all the way back to the 34-yard line. Huge loss on the play, brings up third down
now, and
loss of 11.
18, I believe.
17. Or 19, rather.
5:14 to go here in the third. Clock running. Mustangs trailing 21-19. Had some good field position, but now have gone backwards on 2 plays. Christopher back. It's going to be a screen inside, and then there's nowhere to go this time. Trinity had that one scouted. Keandre Cook really nowhere to go, and that brings it out to the 38-yard line, 37-yard line. The Mustang punt team will have to come out with Zach Layton. Mustangs need to be careful here to block the Trinity rushers. They've come close a couple times to blocking the Layton punts also, Rick.
38-yard line.
Need to hold those blocks to allow Layton to get this punt off.
Looks like there's seven on the line and 5 blockers.
Layton quickly gets it away. That's a turn her over. How you like that? And it gets into the
technical name.
The 22-yard line. He kicks it end over end, and
another 41-yard punt.
No chance for that to bounce backwards. It goes all the way down to the 23-yard line. So the Mustangs unable to take advantage of their good field position. Turn it over back to Trinity offense with 4:04 to go here in the third.
Well, Trinity doesn't have great field position. The good field position of the Mustangs allowed them to kick it down to the 24.
Banco now under center, eye backfield. Hand off to Finley. He's going to be dropped down from behind, but another nice gain on first down of about 4 yards. 3:50 to go here in the third. The Mustangs have come back to make this a 2-point ball game, 21-19.
On the carry.
Scoring in the third quarter on a nice long opening drive, culminated by a Chanel Thomas 7-yard run. Try for 2 was no good, so it's 21-19. The teams have traded punts, and Trinity has the ball 2nd and 5 at their own territory. Handoff deep in the backfield, and breaking loose for a first down is Finley for Trinity out to the 42-yard line. 1st and 10 for Trinity.
Stop by Gallagher.
Back to you, Brian.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play, and they're going to have a holding call.
The penalty is holding against Trinity.
That's going to nullify that first down run, Rick.
That was a 12-yard run. Actually, 16-yard run.
And that's going to push it back to the 33. So basically, they're going to redo second down. That penalty was pretty much right at the end of the play.
Penalty occurred at the spot of the foul. Ball now moved to the 29-yard line. 2nd down and 6.
Finley with 94 yards so far.
Pitch out to the right. Mustangs have defenders out there. Can they bring him down? They do.
Short gain.
A nice short gain. There's an extracurricular activity there by number 78 for Trinity. Just going to, again, push them backwards. They were going to have a very manageable 3rd and 3, but extracurricular block after the play was done by number 78. I don't see a 78 on our roster either, Rick. Maybe it might have been 75. Ethan Totoris. And that's going to push it back from the point of the end of the play. Dead ball. That might be a good down, too, because that was after the play was over. Dead ball call. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, and now I believe it's going to be 3rd down.
Dead ball, personal foul.
Well, no, that is a first down. They're way past the sticks.
Penalty moves the ball back to the Trinity 16-yard line.
Is it 3rd down?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That pushed it all the way back to the 16-yard line. So it was 2nd and 5, was going to be 3rd and 3. Now it's 3rd and 17. Clock did not start. Now they're going to talk about it with the officials. I'm not sure what the discussion is about. Referee came over and talked to Coach Colasar, but
were they going to not take it?
I'm not sure. They'd definitely take the penalty. It was a dead ball. 3rd down and 17. Now the clock will start after the penalty. There's this is Kane. He's breaking tacklers all the way out. He's going to have a first down, Rick. What a run by Kane. 17 yards needed. He got 18.
Stop by Izzy.
And the Mustangs let him out of the hole. Izzy with the tackle, but an 18-yard run by Kane. Mustangs do not stop Trinity on a 3rd and 18.
34-yard line.
Brings it out to the 34, gives them another set of downs.
That gives Kane 67 yards. That's his first carry of the second half.
Big opportunity lost there for the Mustangs to get the ball back with time left in the 3rd quarter. Finley now, he's got room. He's going to make people miss, and he's going to have a close to a first down on the first down carry out to the 43-yard line. Give him 9.
That trap play has been very successful for Trinity. They run that very well.
Yep, that off tackle, and then Finley's effective once he gets past that point of attack, making tacklers miss.
Trinity 43-yard line.
Twin receivers to the left. Don't look for Trinity to put it in the air. They've been successful on the ground. Here's Kane now. That's keeper by Finley from the Wildcat. He's going to have the first down. Faked it to Kane on the inside handoff and just took it himself behind the right side of the offensive line of Trinity. Gain of 2.
Madison.
Gets the first down at the 46-yard line.
That puts Finley over 100 yards. 106 yards.
First and 10. Now, Kane to the right side has blockers, and there's going to be another flag thrown in. Could be a hold. Let's see.
It is on Trinity. 9-yard run there.
But it's going to be called back, I believe. Holding at about the 50-yard line. A tackle by the right side of the Trinity offensive line. Trinity. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the point of the foul, so that's going to push it back and remain first down, but it's going to be first down and
will now be marked at the Hiller
18.
Without these penalties, Gary, Trinity would really be moving the ball and probably scoring at least once.
Especially on this drive.
They had some bad penalties on the last drive, too. I mean, the second half has been a lot of penalties for Trinity.
Looks like the Mustangs showing blitz. And they do. Can they get him in the backfield? They do. And making the tackle there in the backfield this time.
Finley on the carry, stopped by Romesburg.
Romesburg with the tackle that time.
Looks like he lost a couple.
That's going to push it back to the 36.
No gain on the play.
Oh, they gave him no gain.
I think he lost 1.
45 seconds left. Clock's running down. They
Mustangs now with a 2nd and 19 on defense.
Trinity leaning on the Wildcat here.
They might have to put it in the air now, Rick.
Blanco is at quarterback.
Mustangs is showing blitz again. Inside reverse. This is number 8 of the pass. He's got a man out there, lofts it up, and did he make the catch? He does. Wow. That ball was in the air forever.
Number 19 caught that ball, Anthony Phillips.
Anthony Phillips.
Nice pass by number 8, Tyler Feeney. Just lofted it out there, and the Mustang defenders could not get to it.
Trinity first down.
Double reverse pass for a first down on a 2nd and 19. So 2 times in this drive, the Mustangs have had the Trinity Hillers behind the chains, and they were unable to make them turn it over on downs. As the third quarter expires, 21-19, we'll be back with fourth quarter action. Trinity in Mustang territory, leading 21-19.
Laurel Highlands 19.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
If you're injured in an accident, after you address the medical problems, you're going to be faced with numerous questions concerning who's going to pay your medical bills, your property damage, the wages that you might be losing if you can't go to work. These are things that you need counsel for.
That your income is protected, that your bills are paid, that your family's taken care of. We've been doing this since 1976. We've helped injured people. We can help you.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Atlantic Broadband, Channel 61.
We're out of the timeout, change of quarters, change sides. Trinity now going left to right with a 1st and 10 at the Mustang 41-yard line. Finley in motion. They'll fake it to him, and this is Banco with the carry. Nice carry down to the 36-yard line.
Banco
gain of
on
5.
Carry. Gain of 5 on the play. Ball marked now at the Laurel Highlands 42-yard line, 1st and 10 for Trinity.
36-yard line of the Mustangs, 2nd and 5. Trinity's really mixed up their plays effectively, catching the Mustangs off guard and gaining the opportunity. There's a Finley again, and he'll have a first down inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line. Just a huge hole on the right side there as Finley cuts it across the line of scrimmage.
For a Trinity first down.
Pushes it down to the 27-yard line. Give him 7 on that carry.
Started on the Mustangs.
Yeah, you have to give. I mean, Finley's certainly a talented young man, but that offensive line is doing a nice job on the Mustangs front 4.
This is Kane. And he just breaks through tacklers. And now we got a face mask, I believe, on the Mustangs. That was a run by Kane that netted about 7 yards, but they're going to add on to that with a face mask penalty, I believe.
The Mustangs are pointing toward.
They're going to push that half the distance to the goal.
Personal foul, face
Good
mask,
eyes there, Gary.
15-yard penalty against Laurel Highlands.
Down to the 11-yard line.
The ball will be spotted at the 11-yard line.
As we move into the fourth quarter, 11:02 to go. Trinity trying to add on, which would be a tough hill to climb for the Mustangs.
Finley
now just trailing by 2.
Finley now with 120 yards on the ground.
This is Kane, and he's going to get inside the 5, and the Mustangs just are unable to gain any kind of
Finley on the carry. Stop by
penetration to catch him in the backfield. He gained about 8 on that. Give him 7 on that carry.
Gain of 7 on the play.
Ball on the 4-yard line. I wouldn't be surprised to see a little halfback pass to somebody in the end zone.
Although they've been very effective on the ground, so you'd hate to go away from your ground attack that's been very effective. And the ball's on the turf. I think they fell on it, though.
Looks like Kane fell on it.
Fumble on the play.
That moved it back about 2 yards, but
recovered by Banco.
That was Banco on the recovery.
3rd and 5.
Loss of 3.
Up under center is Banco.
No, they're going to Wildcat.
That's over the head of Kane, all the way back at the 20. That's Finley, I'm sorry. And he tried to pick it up. And they're going to call a penalty on that. I don't understand that at all.
Well, his knees were on the ground.
His knee was not down, and the Mustangs had to make a tackle. And they're going to call unnecessary roughness on the Mustangs. Wow.
Jerry will replay that one.
He got up like he was going to run. There was no whistle, and the Mustangs had to make the tackle. And maybe they're going to wave it off. Let's see.
I think his knees were on the ground, Gary.
But he got up as if he was going to run, and was no whistle.
Yeah, if there's no whistle,
you got to play to the whistle.
Well, in this case, they played to the flag.
That's a huge turn of events. Let's see. They're going to call it on the Mustangs. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to march it all the way down, and it's going to be an automatic first down, too. Wow. Huge penalty against the Mustangs.
First down at the 11-yard line.
Oh, they're still got 3rd on the down marker, but I got to believe that's a first down. If it's a personal foul, it's an automatic first down.
Penalty.
Let's see what the call's going to be.
Apparently
going over to talk to Coach Miller on the other side.
The Mustangs.
He might.
Coach Colasar's wondering what's going on. Nobody's telling him.
11-yard line.
I don't understand the spot of the ball either, because if that was a personal foul at the 25-yard line, it should be down to the 10. At least. They did move it. Maybe it was past the 25-yard line. I don't know, but in any event, it should be an automatic first down. They're talking about it.
I can hear the coaches a couple doors down, Gary, that are confused.
$9:28 to go here in the 4th. Mustangs with a huge personal foul that's going to give. They're going to say it's 4th down. Wow.
They said that, well, the scoreboard shows 1st and 10. Personal foul.
The down marker says 4th down, and that's exactly what. So it is 4th down.
The referee signaled 4th down.
Personal foul is the call.
The scoreboard is showing 1st and 10 on the 11.
12-yard line.
The down marker shows 4th. We're going with the down marker.
Well, the referee had his fist clenched when he announced the down there and announced the penalty. So
this has got to be some trickeration here, Rick.
There is a timeout by Laurel Highlands.
Wow. Laurel Highlands.
Strategic timeout for Coach Colasar with 4th and 10. The ball's at the 13-yard line. 9:15 to go, 21-19. Crucial play for both teams. For the Mustang defense to try to keep it at a 2-point game, and for Trinity to try to add on to their 2-point lead. We'll step aside here quickly for a message on the South Union Township Sports Network. Welcome back. Huge play. 4th down and 10.5. Ball's at the 11-yard line. They send 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, sidecar to the right for Banco. He's going to go straight back, looking, sends it into the end zone, intercepted by the Mustangs. Huge play on defense. Coming up with the interception is Chenille Thomas.
By number 7, Chenille.
Well, the receiver had the separation deep, but Banco underthrew the ball, and it was pretty easy catch there for Chenille.
And that's going to put the ball out to the 20-yard line on the touchback.
1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
Taking over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. 9:09 to go here. Mustangs keep it at a 2-point ball game.
They're signaling for the band to drop it down, turn the volume down a little bit.
Officials timeout.
Another whistle.
And we're going to have a officials timeout. What do we got? Well, the problem with the chain. A link fell out.
Not the first time there was a problem with the chain.
1st and 10. Christopher sends Gallagher in motion. And hands off inside. It's Thomas.
Ball's on the ground.
Nope, that was Thomas.
On the carry.
They thought Gallagher had it, but Thomas did, and he's going to get no gain.
No gain on the play.
It looked like the ball was out anyway.
8:52 now, the clock running. Mustangs need to mount some kind of a drive here.
Laurel Highlands 20-yard line.
Thomas comes out. Bosley comes in. 3 receivers to the near side. Blitz now. Pass out here to the receiver, and that's Keandre Cook, and he's going to lose 4 yards on a beautiful defensive play by Kane. Nobody blocked Kane as he just came through the defense and makes the play on Keandre Cook, and that's going to put the Mustangs behind the chains. 3rd and 12.
Well, Kane blew up Robbie Slater on that, and there was no chance for Cook to go anywhere.
Ball at the Laurel Highlands 18-yard line.
The ball had to be thrown a long way for a wide receiver screen. Gallagher resets on the right side. Big play here for Christopher and the Mustangs. Out to the side and through the hands of the intended receiver, Cook, and he wouldn't have had the first down in any event. Didn't get past the 30-yard line. As a receiver there, you have to know the point of the first down. Get yourself beyond the first down to be able to make that catch, because you're sure to be hit as soon as you catch it. So 3 and out for the Mustangs after the interception does not please Coach Colasar, that's for sure.
Well, it looked like Christopher threw it right at where the first down would be, but he was short.
Leighton a little late coming out, but he's out there now. 10 seconds on the play clock, a lot of time, and they're fake now, and there's a lot of room for the Mustangs. He's going to have a first down, maybe even get out past the 50-yard line. He does, into Trinity territory. The Mustangs with the fake punt, and Bosley takes it from the 18-yard line all the way into Trinity territory at the 40-yard line.
42-yard run there.
Wow. Make it to 45.
The Mustangs are fired up. The crowd's fired up.
Trinity, and that is good enough for Laurel Highlands.
With 7:41 to go here in the fourth, Coach Colasar pulls out the fake punt deep in his own territory at the 18-yard line. Nobody over there on the right side as Bosley took the short snap, went around the right side and had nothing but green turf in front of him into Trinity territory for the first down on a 4th and 12.
We've seen a lot of interesting plays tonight, a lot of fun plays.
Christopher now, he's going to take it himself up the middle, and he's going to get about 3 yards. So recap that fake punt. A lot of guts there by Coach Colasar with 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Goes with a fake punt at his own 18-yard line. He's a genius now.
Because it worked?
Absolutely. Second down and 7. Ball with the now Mustangs on the run to the left side.
Looks like Gallagher bobbled the ball.
No, that's Thomas. That's Thomas.
That's Thomas, I'm sorry.
Thomas on the play.
No gain, and again, the Mustangs are 3rd and 7.
They did a nice job in the second quarter having shorter second and third downs.
41-yard line.
Got a lot of coaches up here in the stands calling plays, Rick.
Imagine that.
3rd down and 7.
I think they heard one of them. I think they're going to run it.
3rd and 7. Gallagher in motion. They're going to give it to him. He's got some room if he could break it out, and he does. He uses his speed. Down the right side, Gallagher in the open. Nobody's going to catch Rodney Gallagher. 41-yard run on the jet sweep right. Puts the Mustangs on top. 25-21. Extra point to come with 6:26 to go here in the 4th. Rodney Gallagher, dynamic run.
Well, it was. I mean, that he's maybe the fastest guy on the whole field anyway. But Chenille Thomas sealed off a block. I think at least one guy, maybe two guys, and allowed Rodney Gallagher to turn the turbojets on.
Mustangs
nice block.
Will
nice
go for
run.
2. I'm not sure that this is a necessary thing. You're up by 4. 2's only going to put you up 6. They are going to go for 2. Christopher now in the shotgun.
Wonder if something's going on with Leighton.
Gallagher. It's going to be the fade pattern. Knocked away, no good. Wow, he had it in his hands.
Good defense there by number 8, Tyler Feeney.
I think that was Slater.
Incomplete.
Had it in his hands. Nope, that was Keandre Cook. Had it in his hands briefly for the 2-point conversion. Does not complete the 2-point try, so the Mustangs now lead 25-21 with 6:26 to go here in the 4th.
The score is Laurel Highlands.
We'll be back with the kick right after this. You're watching the South Union Township Sports Network.
The key to success in life is teamwork. On and off the field, in the workplace, in the home, in our schools. Teamwork gets it done. The world of competitive sports offers many good things, the most important of which is teamwork. Individual talent may win a few games, but teamwork wins championships. Go team! Go Laurel Highlands Mustangs! This positive message has been brought to you and paid for by Jason Scott.
Pickup, he went out at the 35.
Yeah, they called him out at the 35. Wow. Fortunately for the Mustangs, I actually thought they were going to mark him out down around the 20. Again, we mentioned speed to burn for Jacob Davis, favoring his left leg a little bit. He's going to hand this one off to Wilder, and Wilder right up the middle, able to shake a couple tacklers. Robbie Slater with the touchdown-saving tackle, but not until Wilder gets to the 20. So, again, another first down. 15-yard pickup for Wilder. Going to bring the ball down to the 20, running clock. 9:50 to go here in this fourth. Here comes Davis again, back into the huddle. 12-point lead for West Mifflin. It's been a wildly entertaining game, I will say that, gentlemen. And here's Davis out of the shotgun. Wilder to his left. Is he going to hand it to him? No, he's going to fake it, call his own number. Here's Davis to the 10, to the 5. He's going to be knocked out. No, just a little short. Going to be knocked out on the 6-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Davis, but another first down. We're going to a couple quick scores. We have Bell Vernon beat Greensburg-Salem 43-3. Trinity beat Indiana 35-15. And TJ in a non-conference game beat Connellsville 61-7.
I can't tell if these are in progress, Tony, or the end of the game.
It sounds like they're out of progress. So here's a first and goal from the 6. Davis to Wilder. Wilder fights through. Just going to be tackled. Almost got in. Great tackle there by Aaron Huey. Able to stop him on the 1-yard line, but a 5-yard gain. And Wilder, he just runs hard. He's a nice running back, I'll tell you that. Got nice speed, nice size. Comes in 5'9", 190 pounds. But he's a bruising back, too. Got the speed and not afraid to take a hit. So here's second and goal from the 1. There's Davis going to hand it to Wilder, and he's going to walk in.
Nobody touched him.
Wilder untouched for his 4th touchdown of the night. So we're going to give Wilder a 1-yard touchdown. So with 8:45 to go, West Mifflin able to increase their lead back up to 18, possibly 19. Dylan Weaver, place kicker. He's been perfect on all of his extra point attempts so far here tonight. And Weaver, the 6'3", 175-pound senior. Here's the kick. It's up, and it is good. So Weaver, with his 6th consecutive made point after touchdown here tonight, extends the lead back to 42-23. West Mifflin leading Laurel Highlands. So with 8:45 to go, we're going to take a break here. We'll be right back after these messages on the South Union Township Sports Network and the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS.
The key to success in life is teamwork. On and off the field, in the workplace, in the home, in our schools. Teamwork gets it done. The world of competitive sports offers many good things, the most important of which is teamwork. Individual talent may win a few games, but teamwork wins championships. Go team! Go Laurel Highlands Mustangs! This positive message has been brought to you and paid for by Jason Scott.
Well, must have been one of the plays called from the stands here, Rick.
Yeah, that's what I told you. I could tell.
Gallagher takes it in from 41 yards out to give the Mustangs their first lead of the game after trailing 21-0. Mustangs have fought back to now lead 25-21. Layton lines up for the kickoff. And he's going to launch it deep. That's really deep. So is that going to make it in the end zone? No. Caught at the 2-yard line there by Kane, and he has room. Out to the right side. Mustangs, and another flag back here. Might be another hold.
I'm not sure why he caught that ball, Gary.
Should have let it go in the end zone, but he did get it past the 30. So it was a good decision on his part. Carney on the tackle, but we have a flag all the way back at the 21.
Is that still a good decision just because it worked out?
Trinity
would have worked out, but for the holding call, and now they're going to push it back 10 yards from the 20 back to the 11. Trinity coach unhappy on that call.
Holding against the Hillers.
We saw it back at the 21-yard line. It looks like a tackle.
All the way down to the 11-yard line.
It was a nice tackle, too.
That's where the Hillers will put it in play, 1st and 10.
Mustang defense needs to be up to the task here now with 6:18 to go.
Hold on to that lead.
Hand off to Finley. He's through the center, and he's going to have another nice gain on 1st down. So Finley with a 7-yard gain.
Finley on the carry.
2nd down and 3.
Finley now 134 on 21 carries.
Gain of 7 on the play, 2nd down and 3. Ball now resting on the Trinity
2nd and 3.
Line.
Banco up under center. High backfield. Hand it to Kane on the fullback dive, and he's hit at the point of attack. Hard tackle.
I think he has the 1st down.
He's shaken up slightly, but he's going to have the 1st down. Only needed 3, got about 3.5. Didn't see who that truck was that hit him. He's shaking his head, woozy. So
they probably need to pull him out of the game.
Yeah, they should. And I think that's required. If the official sees that a player is showing signs of any kind of head injury, they're supposed to take him out of the game. But he's going to stay in.
Hillers in possession.
1st and 10 for Trinity now at the 23-yard line. 2 plays and a 1st down. Hand it to Finley again, and the Mustangs are at the point of attack this time. Finley for no gain, coming off the bottom of the pile that time. Number 76, Gary Gardner on the tackle, gain of 1.
I think they gave him a yard.
4:44 on a running clock, 25-21. Mustangs on top. Trinity with the ball at their own 24-yard line, and the clock continues to run.
2nd down and 9, ball on the Trinity 24-yard line.
I'm not sure if the clock is correct. It shows Trinity only has 1 timeout left, but I don't recall them using any timeouts this half. This is Finley. And around the outside, nice tackle, ankle tackle there by number 20. That's Bosley. Bosley coming up big here with the fake punt on the last possession by the Mustangs.
And by Slater.
Hey, Gary, on the timeouts, they didn't change that from halftime.
Gain of.
Well, that should be definitely timeout.
They should have 3, and the Laurel Highlands should have 2.
I think believe Laurel that's correct, yes.
On the 26-yard line.
Now, from the Wildcat, back goes Banco. He's looking. Now he's under pressure, and he's going to be brought down back at the 22-yard line. Sacked back there by Daniel Izzy.
Banco on the carry.
He's going to be dropped for a loss of about 3 as he rolled to the right, was looking for a receiver downfield, was under severe pressure by the Mustang left side of the defense, and Daniel Izzy came up from his cornerback position to make that tackle. And now it's going to be a timeout called by Trinity. 3rd and 7 from their own 22-yard line with 3:13 to go here in the 4th. We'll be back on WMBS, the Trib Live High School Sports Network, C. Harper,
ladies and gentlemen, this
Sports Night and the South Union Township Sports Network.
State Police. Those who drink.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920, the area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. And call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5800 5400, or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
We're back on the South Union Township Sports Network, about to be joined once again by WMBS. Huge play in this contest, 3rd down and 7. Ball sitting at the 22-yard line of Trinity. Kane in motion. There's going to be a pass out here in the flat, and he drops it. The ball's on the turf. That might be a backwards pass, and I believe it is. Let's see what the call is. They're going to point it towards the Mustangs, I believe. Let's see.
There's no call yet.
What do we got? They're going to talk about it. First down, Mustangs.
Mustangs will take
They
possession.
fall on it at the 24-yard line. A backwards pass dropped by the receiver for Trinity at about the 20-yard line. It trickled ahead, and I didn't see who fell on it there for the Mustangs, but they'll take it with the lead, 25-21. It's like, now possession of the ball at the 24-yard line of Trinity.
It's like the receiver never really saw the ball. He didn't really go for the ball. It went by him before he even knew it was in the
Once
vicinity.
he missed it, he didn't even try to get it either. Now Christopher, and he's going to be hit for a loss. 4 Trinity Hillers in the backfield, and that whistle was blown dead. Trinity came out of there with the ball, but Christopher's going to lose a couple yards on that, and now we have I believe a timeout called. They're waving the
timeout, Trinity.
So Trinity calls a timeout. That's their second timeout. They're going to have 1 remaining. I think the Mustangs have 2 remaining. So a loss on the play by Christopher moves it back to the 26-yard line, 27-yard line approximately, 2nd down and 12. So the Mustangs need to do something here, at least to run clock. 25-21, a 4-point lead with 3 minutes and 3 seconds to go. Both teams huddling with their coaches on the outside of the sidelines. Trinity will come back first and set up their defense. And the Mustangs, Coach Colasar, claps his hands, imploring his offense to maintain possession of the ball, and even more beneficial, put some points on the board, Rick.
Well, this has been a fun game to watch. There's been a lot of different plays. Trinity's done a halfback pass to a lineman. They've done used Wildcat. They've used some other unusual plays. They want 6. They want to add a little time onto the clock.
It should be 3:06.
Now they're ready. The referee screaming up here to us to add or take time off the clock. 3 minutes and 6 seconds, 2nd and 12. Back goes Christopher, looking. Passes it inside screen. I believe this is Thomas. He has room. Breaks it to the outside. The ball's on the turf. And who's going to have it? I think the Mustangs got it. They're pointing as if they have it.
They're fighting there. It looks like Finley's.
3 different people had an opportunity for that. Who's going to have it? And it's going to be Mustang ball. Wow. Good play there by Thomas. The inside screen.
On the catch.
Christopher pumped twice and finally got Thomas on the screen on the inside. Caught it at about the 25-yard line. Cut it back to the left. Fumbled it. And Cook for the Mustangs.
Laurel Highlands. First down.
So how
fell on it at the 14-yard line for a first down, Rick.
Do I give Cook I'm keeping the stats here. Do I give Cook that extra yardage where the ball went forward?
Yeah, he'd give him 1 yard rushing. 2:36 now. The clock is running. Trinity only has 1 timeout to go, and the Mustangs have it. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Christopher will go into the shotgun, gives it to Gallagher. He's going to try to cut back, and he's going to be wrestled down for a very short gain, maybe 1 yard, as he tried the jet sweep to the right and cut it back to the left.
Rodney Gallagher's helmet came off, so he's got to come out for one
Trinity's going
play.
to call their last time out. Gallagher lost his helmet. He's going to have to come out of the game. It could have been a face mask call, but no face mask was called.
Gallagher's pleading with the referee that it was ripped off of his head.
And Trinity takes their last time out. We'll take a timeout. WMBS, the Trib Live High School Sports Network, C. Harper Auto Group Sports Night, and the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank. At your service.
We're back on the South Union Township Sports Network after the timeout by Trinity, about to be joined by WMBS. 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Christopher in the shotgun. Handoff inside. This is going to be a short gain. The ball's on the turf again, and I know Trinity has it this time. Wow. The Mustangs fumble on a second down and 10 as we come back from WMBS. The Mustangs fumble. The last thing that they wanted to happen, the Mustangs fumble at their 15-yard line of Trinity, picked up by a Trinity Hiller. I think that was Bosley on the carry. Trinity with no timeouts, 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go, 85 yards away, have shown the ability with the quick strike here this evening, and they'll go to the shotgun. Back goes Banco, looking, has a man open. He's going to throw it out of bounds. So that's going to stop the clock with 2:05 to go. No one open out there on the left side. Looking for a screen on the left sideline. Second down and 10.
It looked like Slavic and number 70, McFadden, eased up on when they rushed. They were close to him, and I think they held up because they thought he was going to throw the ball.
Or pull it down and take off.
And he double clutched, and they went right by him.
Second and 10. Mustangs playing deep now on prevent, and here comes Banco. He's going to run it up to the sideline. He's going to have some room. Gets it out close to the 20. Don't go too many tackles outside. That's Banco.
Well,
he's going to gain about 7.
The Mustangs did not want him to get out of bounds. He kept pushing and pushing. And then they kind of spun him out of bounds on purpose.
So it'll be third down and about 5. Ball's at the 21-yard line. Clock stopped at 2 minutes and 3 seconds to go.
Ball is now spotted on the 21-yard line. Third down and 5.
Hiller's in possession. Christopher's 141 in the air. Banco still he is 2 for 3. I'm sorry, 1 for 3.
They're holding it up for making sure they have the down marker correct. They want 154 on the clock. I'm not sure how they're determining the time from the field, but they're screaming up to the press box, and they're changing it now, so it's 154. That benefits the Mustangs.
Got to keep the Hiller player runners and receivers in bounds.
Right. There's no timeouts left for Trinity. Back goes Banco. The pass out into the left. There's room for Finley, and he's going to be kept in bounds this time, short of the first down, and that's going to keep the clock running at 1:42 to go. That's going to bring up a fourth down.
Kane is stopped by
Kane.
Laurel
I thought that was
Mustangs.
Finley on the reception, I believe. They're hurry up to
that will bring up a
4th and 2, I believe.
4th down and 2 or 3.
And come up to the ball with 1:20 to go on a running clock. They finally get the snap off. There's a pass out into the flat, and it's caught. First down, Trinity.
There goes pass.
Past the 30-yard line to the 33. That's going to stop the clock temporarily for the movement of the chains. Mustangs changing defense, and they're trying to get people off the field, and Laurel Highlands going to have to call a timeout. Wow.
Timeout, Laurel Highlands.
25-21, Laurel Highlands on top. So a little bit of confusion there on defense with 1:13 to go. Laurel Highlands calls timeout. We'll take our last timeout here on WMBS. Gary Frankhauser along with Rick Frank, Jerry DuPay on the camera for the South Union Township Sports Network, the Trib Live High School Sports Network, C. Harper Auto Group Sports Night. Coming out of the timeout by Laurel Highlands, 1st and 10 for Trinity. 1:13 to go. Clock stop with a 25-21 lead for the Mustangs. Ball sitting at the 33-yard line of Trinity. Back goes Banco. He's going to try to go deep. Has a man open and overthrown slightly. Separation had been gained out there by number 8. Tyler Feeney had beat the Mustang defender deep, but Banco overthrows him by about 2 yards. Down the left sideline, you cannot allow that man to get behind you if you're a Mustang defender.
Yep, the safety's got to be however far deep to make sure that doesn't happen.
2nd down and 10, ball spotted at the Trinity 33-yard line.
That pass is on target. It's a touchdown.
And you have to keep him in the middle of the field.
2nd and 10. Now rolling right, looking for the throwback pass, has screen in front of Kane, and he's going to be out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. Gain of 8 on 2nd down. Going to stop the clock with 1:02 to go.
Should have been a hold there on number 75, Ethan Turtis. But he got away with one.
Probably not going to get that call at this point of the game.
On the far side.
Some good clock management by Trinity.
Ball now on the Trinity 31-yard
and causing
line.
that quick to the line of scrimmage that caused the Mustangs to call that timeout. That's
3rd down and 2.
Very good calls all the way around.
1:02 to go. Need to keep them in play. Even if they gain a 1st down, that will start the clock after they reset the chains.
It's been pretty much Kane and Finley all night.
They're going to go deep again, and that's going to be an interference call or a holding call on the Mustangs. Wow. Defender out there on the right side just grabbed the receiver for Trinity, trying to pick up who that defender was. That's going to be a pass interference and a 15-yard penalty. That's going to move the ball from the 41-yard line, 15 yards into Laurel Highlands territory. Still 58 seconds to go. So they're going to move it from the 41. That's going to put it at approximately the 39-yard line of Laurel Highlands with 58 seconds to go, Rick.
From the 51 to the 39?
Against Laurel Highlands, 15 yards from the line of scrimmage.
Looked like Robbie Slater got tangled up with the receiver.
Spotted on the Laurel Highlands 40
slowed his progress, and the referee was right there.
Actually, it only goes to the 44-yard line. So 58 seconds to go in Mustang territory now. Trinity.
It's an exciting game here.
Plenty of time. Rolling right is Banco. Looking. He's going to throw it over the middle, and it's almost intercepted in and out of the hands of the Mustang defender, Daniel Izzy.
Wow.
Hit him right in the middle of his number 1. Wow.
Banco's pass.
Amazing.
Intended for Finley.
Right at the 30-yard line. Intended for Finley, and Izzy stepped right in front of it, had it in his hands, could not hold on.
The receiver was double covered, and Izzy stepped right in front of the pass there.
Stops the clock with 52 seconds to go.
Everybody's holding their breath on the edge of their seat here at Mustang play.
That would have sealed it for the Mustangs. Trinity now still with life.
2nd down and 10.
Second and 10.
Mustang 44.
4 receivers.
Back goes Banco. Looking, has a screen in the middle now and has his man. That's going to be out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. That's Kane.
Pass.
Good to Kane for about 6 yards. Give him 7.
Complete to Kane.
That's going to be at the 37-yard line.
7 on the play.
3rd down.
Correction, 6 on the play.
6 yards on the game. 3rd down and 4. But the clock stops once again.
The Trinity
with
players
44 seconds.
Trinity players are doing a nice job of getting out of bounds.
That interception may loom large here for the Mustangs. Lack of an interception, I should say. Back goes Banco, looking. Now rolling right. Has some room down the right side. He's going to have the first down. He cuts it back inside and then goes out of bounds at about the 24.
14-yard run there by Banco.
Wow. Looked like he was going to go out of bounds at about the 34. Cut it back in, gained another 7 yards down to the 27-yard line.
I think Dan Izzy was kind of guarding the sidelines, preventing him from going out of bounds, and he just stepped around him.
That is good enough for a Trinity first down. Ball now spotted on the Laurel Highlands 27-yard line.
1st and 10 again, down to 36 seconds. Even with no timeouts, Trinity has been able to move this ball down the field very meticulously and now very much in scoring position. And Laurel Highlands is going to call a timeout. I believe that's their last timeout. The scoreboard says 1, but I think they've already used 1 earlier in the half, used 1 defensively earlier in this drive, and now calls their last timeout with 36 seconds to go. We're going to keep it right here. High drama at Mustang Field, Rick.
Wow, this is a good game.
And senior night here at Mustang Field, also a nice tribute to Barry Rosner as the press box was dedicated to him and named after Barry Rosner, longtime Mustang faithful. Barry Rosner does just about everything for the Mustang sporting programs, and well-deserved benefit or well-deserved award for Barry. But back to this ball game, 36 seconds to go, 25-21. Laurel Highlands on top with a timeout called.
Gary, 1st and 10 here. I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Miller, Trinity's coach, didn't pull out some kind of I don't even want to call it a trick play, but actually looks like they're going downfield now.
Back goes Banco. He's going to throw it deep. Has a man wide open in the end zone. Caught for the Trinity touchdown.
That's number 19,
wow.
Anthony Phillips.
Unbelievable. The Mustang defense allowed
on the play.
Number 19, Anthony Phillips, to get behind the deep safety. 5 yards behind the deep safety in the back of the end zone. Perfect pass there by Banco. Hits him in stride from 27 yards out to score the touchdown and give Trinity the 27-25 lead.
You know, another thing about that play, Gary, there was no Mustang defensive lineman anywhere near Banco.
No pressure at all.
No pressure. The offensive line for Trinity did a great job.
Extra point is up, and it is good.
His kick is good. With 31 seconds to go.
So with 31 seconds to go in the football game after the Craigett extra point, it's 28-25. Trinity comes back after the Mustangs fumbled the ball on the Trinity 15-yard line with less than 2 minutes to go. No timeouts. Trinity brings the ball all the way down the field, scores on a 27-yard pass and catch from the quarterback, Jax Banco, to the wide receiver, Phillips, for the Trinity touchdown. We'll take a quick timeout on the South Union Township Sports Network. Be back in 30 seconds with the kick on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network. Teeing it up for Trinity, a new kicker, looks like number 23.
Elijah
Schoolcraft. He's going to kick it off, and
he's a lefty.
Shocked Mustang team is going to roll it down there in a high bounce, picked up by the Mustangs at the 33-yard line, trying to get out of bounds and make a play. This is Gallagher. He's going to spin, go to his right, now to his left, cutting through players, and he's going to be all the way out to the 44-yard line, 47-yard line. Dynamic play by Gallagher.
returns the ball to...
The problem with that, Gary, is that he burned up about 12 seconds on the clock.
The ball will be spotted at the Laurel Highlands.
And that'll be at the 46-yard line. And the Mustangs only have 19 seconds, no timeouts in our book. It says 1 on the clock, but I believe they do not have any timeouts. And maybe a time for 2 plays.
The 2 safeties are 20 yards downfield.
Christopher looking. Now gets it away, and it is caught. But the clock will continue to run as he did not get the first down to 9 seconds, 8 seconds. They don't have a timeout.
The crowd thinks that there's a timeout.
Now what do we have? There is no timeout. And that's going to do it. The flag on the play. What do we have? We might get one more play here.
Defensive, if it's defensive, we do.
And the Mustangs are going to be shocked on a late touchdown. 32 seconds to go. 27-yard pass by Banco to Phillips. The Mustangs do not get another play off. Legal procedure against the Mustangs was the call.
And that'll be it.
That's going to do it. So Trinity, with an impressive final drive, pulls out the victory 28-25 over the Mustangs here on senior night. We'll be back to finalize the statistics and tell you all about it here on WMBS, the Trib Live High School Sports Network, C. Harper Sports Night, and the South Union Township Sports Network.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
In any endeavor, experience is probably the most important factor, but it's got to be the right kind of experience. Experience in the community where the case is tried, where the jurors live, where the judges work. We've been doing this since 1976 at Davis and Davis. That's a long time.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Welcome back to Mustang Field. Heartbreaking loss for the Mustangs, 28-25. The Trinity Hillers with a final 2-minute drive to take the lead at 28-25 after the Mustangs fought back valiantly, trailing 21-0 in the second quarter. The Mustangs came back to make it 21-13 at halftime on 2 touchdowns in the second quarter. One by Tyler Christopher on a 1-yard run, and then a 13-yard pass to Rodney Gallagher that made it 21-13 at halftime. The Mustangs came out in the third quarter and put another touchdown up by Shanil Thomas, a 7-yard run. The try for 2 by the Mustangs was unsuccessful. It was 21-19 with 8:53 to go in the third. Moving into the fourth quarter, the Mustang defense came to life and stopped the Trinity Hillers on a couple nice plays and had the opportunity to take the lead, and they did so at 6:26 to go on a 41-yard dynamic run on 3rd and 6 by Rodney Gallagher, taking it in for a 25-21 lead. 2-point conversion again was no good, and looked like the Mustangs were going to go on to the victory. The Mustangs took over deep in Trinity territory on a fumble by Trinity, but were unable to sustain anything and fumbled it back themselves to Trinity with less than 2 minutes to go. Trinity, with no timeouts, was able to move the ball downfield, aided by a pass interference call on a 3rd down play that put the ball in Mustang territory. 2 plays later, the Mustangs had given up a few yards down to the 27-yard line, allowing Trinity to get out of bounds and stopping the clock. And that's when it happened. They passed from Banco to Anthony Phillips, 27 yards behind the Mustang defense into the end zone. Kick good, 28-25, the victory for Trinity. Rick, and Mustangs thought they had it, had played pretty well into the fourth quarter, but let it slip away. And the statistics probably were pretty close, both sides.
Well, as we talked about earlier, Gary, the first quarter belonged to Trinity, the second quarter belonged to the Mustangs, and then the second half, it was a tale of turnovers and missed opportunities on both teams, and Laurel Highlands just ran out of time. And so for the statistically, Trinity had 391 total yards. 2/3 of that was on the ground, led by 248 of those yards, with 135 of that coming from Finley and the other 70 coming from Kane. The Mustangs, on the other hand, were heavier on passing, 264 yards total, 141 yards in the air and 123 on the ground. And we had a couple of unusual touchdowns here. We had an offensive lineman for each team catch a touchdown pass, and Drew Kane scored 2 touchdowns, one as a run and the other as a quarterback, throwing to the lineman. Both touchdown by linemen were number 66s.
Yeah, that's a very unusual thing. And that 85-yard drive at the end just was an unbelievable situation for the Mustangs to allow the pass receivers to get behind them on a couple occasions. And one, they were lucky, was overthrown. And then the second time resulted in a pass interference, moved the ball down the field, giving up some large chunks of yardage and allowing the Trinity to get out of bounds. You have to protect those sidelines on those situations. They had no timeouts and were able to finally complete the drive 85 yards later down at the Mustang goal line on the 27-yard pass. So that's going to do it for the season, Rick. Congratulations to the seniors for Laurel Highlands. Went out with a crazy game here at Mustang Field, but they'll have a lot of memories here at Laurel Highlands. Congratulations to those seniors, and it's been my pleasure to work these games for the South Union Township Sports Network alongside Rick here, Rick Frank, and Jerry Dupay on the camera, and also with our bonus coverage, Davis bonus coverage on WMBS. It's always been exciting. The Mustangs with 2 wins on the season, couple close games that they provided some excitement for us, and we'll be back with basketball action, both on the WMBS and on the South Union Township Sports Network. So we look forward to that as we move forward into the winter season. So that's going to do it for WMBS. We'll step aside. WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network, the Sea Harbor Sports Night on WMBS.
Thank you, everybody.
Tonight's game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and all our friends at CUTV with Gary Smith in charge. This has been Gary Frankhauser along with Rick Frank. Another South Union Township Sports Network presentation. Our final, Trinity 28, Laurel Highlands 25. Good night, everyone.